Hello, everyone. I have a new layout. I have new music, different music now, not just that one that we always listen to. That one is still, oops, it replayed. So that is one. I also have this one. Okay, okay. That is more for like when we watch fashion shows and stuff like that. And of course, the classical one. I'm not getting rid of that one. This one and this one. And when I have to leave for a moment or something, um, oh, I knew something was missing. Okay, I'm going to show something that I forgot to add to my setup that I prepared and everything. Oh my goodness. How is everyone doing? I'll just show it. So I have this. Oh, so unfortunate that I forgot to do it. I have this. I'll be right back. That is BT21. It's so cute. Look, and it's supposed to be like this. Do you see? So I'm going to set it up. I forgot to include this one. It's just there's so much. So we have this one. We have full window in case we just need to watch something important like big. And then I have a full camera. I'm going to stand up for 1 second. You see, it's like a full camera setup, but to use that one, I want to decorate first, you know? And I'm not going to use that one because I haven't decorated yet. Oh, and look at my thanks for watching. It's kind of the same as the last one, but I changed it just a little bit. And of course, the starting soon. I think it's kind of funny. So yeah, that is the setup for now. Um Thank you. Okay, there's so much to talk about. So much. So many things happen, especially because for Jin's live stream, Jungkook would be fascinated with all of these. So actually, Jungkook inspired me to do all of these changes because I only had like one setup, and I said no. I need to have more. I need to have more. So, what was I going to say? Oh, for Jin's birthday, I skipped some days of news. So today it's probably going to be a long stream. If you want to wait for the topic of the title, that is going to be almost at the beginning. So don't worry about that if you don't have a lot of time. But probably I'm going to stay here for some hours. Hopefully everyone can join because all of these topics are so interesting, and I really want to talk about all of these. Yeah, Marce, I saw. Mm, okay, let's start very quickly and ignore the dog that is behind me. So we have, of course, our Spotify priorities as always. And now with the results, now we have the official results of Don't Say You Love Me for the year. So it's not like we cannot drop Don't Say You Love Me. Let's continue streaming Don't Say You Love Me, but it's not the emergency that it was before. Before it was an emergency, now it's a priority, which I think it's different. There's levels, you know. Um, so yeah, now it's on priority mode. Um, Also, let's see how well is doing Wildflower. I was very excited for this. Not just Wildflower, but Indigo in general. So how much were we doing for Indigo at the beginning of the year? Basically, nothing. Compared to right now, it's almost 1 million daily. Look, because of the, in my opinion, because of the BTS chart data app, the BCD app, we're doing all of these numbers. And look, we're doing almost a million daily. And our goal, of course, for the entire album is 1 billion. So we have 26 days for the album to reach 1 billion. And let's not forget about Wildflower. Of course, that's the main song. But I'm very, very excited. What about Amperman? What was up with that? With streaming that? Beyond it being an amazing song. So yes, we have, it's like a chain reaction. And it all started because of the title. I will talk about the title. Just give me like 10 minutes and I will get to it. Ampangma is related to that, believe it or not. So there's so many projects going on because of, as a result of the title that I will explain in a minute. So of course, please follow the BCD app. It's very fun. I am doing some I've been doing my first trades, card trades, so it's been very fun. Um, this is what I wanted to show about Wildflower. So this is the Stats FM, which is the app that counts the streams if you connect your Spotify account, and this is what BCD uses. So you can get your photo cards and your streams are counted this way. And look at this. Wildflower is number one on the entire platform on Stats FM. Wildflower is the number one track on Stats FM, which is absolutely crazy. It's above Taylor Swift and it's above BTS's own Life Goes On. BTS Life Goes On, Who Knows You, Who Are You? It's Wildflower. It really is insane. It really is insane. So I'm very excited for this. I encourage everyone to continue um, with the BCD missions. They are so, so fun, and you get all of these amazing photo cards. And I believe there's going to be like new collections. So pay attention to that. It's very fun. Oh, this is a glitch that happened with the BCD app that I think it was hilarious. So they use, what I'm guessing, what people have been saying is that when they do these websites, they use placeholders. So instead of the title of a song and the or instead of the title of an album and the picture of the album, they use things like this, like Elmo, as a title, and then they use this image. But of course, this is supposed to be replaced once the website is out. But there was a glitch apparently, and some people saw this highlights of BTS's albums at Elmo. I mean, of course, that is the most popular BTS album. We all know that. And yes, BCD is a website, not an app. It's called the BCD app, but it's a website actually. But it is a very good website. And if you can donate to it, I would suggest that as well. But if not, you can still play and everything. It's very fun. Elmo is Vora blooded. He is. Here we have some fundraising challenges. We are pushing right now Life Goes On. Why? Because of many reasons, but one of the reasons it's because it's the next BTS song to reach 1 billion streams. We're pushing Life Goes On until December 11. So that is in a couple of days. So we only have a couple of more days. We will, and then we will push Don't Say You Love Me again. This is for the fundraising specifically. December fundraising challenge. I'm sorry, I'm mixing everything up. Life Goes On, when it comes to Spotify, is going to reach 1 billion. This is for the fundraising. Why are we pushing fundraising for Life Goes On? Um, BTS comeback is less than 4 months away. To help us prepare financially, several generous BTS Army donors have committed to pledging a donation through USA Funder Pick Yourself only if streaming challenges are completed by December. So right now, we are pushing the streaming of Life Goes On to 1.1 million because we can get $310 for the fundraising for BTS's comeback. So these are the push days, December 6th to December 11th. So please, let's push Life Goes On specifically these days. And then on December 12th, we go back to Don't Say You Love Me. The emergency now is Life Goes On. I will put it that way. Priority is still Don't Say You Love Me and the other songs, but the emergency right now is Life Goes On because we need this $310 for the BTS comeback next year. January 4th is a projected day now. Remember, we need 1 billion by December 31st for $2,600 to be donated. So yes, this is what we have for now. January 4th is a projected day for Life Goes On. Don't drop Life Goes On. The project of recharting Life Goes On is running till December 11th. Please stream at least 40 times of Life Goes On and use multiple accounts if you can. And we can do this, of course. This was back when we didn't have Wildflower at number one, but, or I think this is after. Yeah, this is after. Anyways, let's push all of these songs, guys. Um, these fundraisers and funders, please follow them. The link is in the description, as always, in the card. Now, I have some new notes about streaming on YouTube. Let me, one second. So, as always, all of these days, I've been saying, please watch at least 2 to 3 BTS music videos on YouTube every day. That is recommended so the YouTube algorithm recognizes us as real people. Um, however, not however, additionally, I will say this. It is very important what you have on your watch history. That means if you are watching any kind of BTS content, that content is going to be recommended to you on your homepage. Sometimes, so many times, armies say, um, I'm not recommended BTS ever. Like, I don't get recommendations of BTS videos. That is because your watch history does not include BTS videos. So, the only way for you to get recommendations of BTS videos is for you to search for BTS videos, watch them, not just search them, watch them, and then they stay on your watch history. And then YouTube recognizes that it's part of the algorithm. YouTube recognizes that and recommends you more of your watch history. This is very, very important. So please search for BTS music videos manually. Type, for example, BTS dope in the search box and then engage with the video. You can do one or more of the following every now and again. Not every single time you watch a BTS music video or Bangtan Bomb, but you can leave a comment, try using timestamps, reply to an existing comment, share the video, the link on your social media accounts or privately with your friends. Add to your own playlist. So create your own playlist, create your own playlist of BTS. Not just follow other playlists, try to do this. I don't know, like BTS exciting songs or BTS beautiful music videos, and then create playlists and then play those playlists. Um, share on your social, no, use the clip option to create a short clip, then share it on your social media accounts and or friends and family. Um, and ask them to click and watch the full music videos if possible. play another BTS music video or Bangtan Bomb or any other BTS video from the recommended section on the same page as the video you're watching. How will you get the recommended section when you watch the video? Now it's going to be on on your watch history, and that is how you get BTS recommendations. Um, Focus on official content, but fan made compilations and videos are okay as well. Prioritize BTS's videos from hype labels and Bangtan TV. That is the only way that you will get recommendations of BTS content. When you search for it, it stays on your watch history, and then you can get recommendations of similar content again and again and again and again. And the algorithm understands, and it's like, BTS is a trending topic. We need to recommend BTS. We need to push BTS on homepage. So that's how it works. Does watching reactors reacting to BTS count? So I don't know exactly, but I'm going to say this. When I watch BTS reaction channels, I get recommendations of BTS reaction channels. I don't watch BTS reaction channels and get recommended BTS. So you can watch BTS reaction channels, but priority is Bangtan TV. Um, that is what happens to me. If I watch a reaction channel, if I watch a BTS reaction video, it's not like I get recommended the original video, which is the ideal. Um, so please prioritize the official music videos and Bangtan Bombs. And there's so many stuff like BTS trailers for their movies, or yeah, everything from hype labels related to BTS, of course. So remember to do this. Yes, it's more helpful to watch music videos, Bangtan Bombs, BTS episodes, official content from the official channels, because the comeback is going to happen there. The comeback is going to happen in Bangtan TV and hype labels. So we need to normalize. No, we need to tell the algorithm this content from these channels, which is the official content, is the one that is trending. As always, we are promoting the Run BTS recharting project. On January 1st, let's get ready for the BTS comeback by charting Run BTS. Remember to purchase, stream, and post yourself doing the choreography, make edits with the song, and the hashtag will be RunWBTS in 2026. Which now actually this Run BTS project has been promoted for a while now, since November 25th. But now it's more perfect than ever. And I will explain why in a minute. And yes, this link will be on the card as well on past live stream. Um, just a reminder to continue streaming Muse so it gets a nomination for the Billboard Music Awards. Happy is also nominated for Best Album at the 40th Golden Disc Awards. And we have a new award. So this is the 2025 AAA 10 Legendary Group Male BTS won. So I'm going to, yes, applause, but I'm going to say this. AAA is AAA is a joke. Okay, I never liked AAA. I think it's the Asian award. What is it? I don't remember what it stands for. But you guys remember when I made my video, BTS versus attendance awards. So AAA is kind of like that. And you may say, but BTS has not attended. How is there an attendance award? Sometimes the attendance awards is also about who they know are going to like give them clout. So they just made BTS win. And also the names of the categories are very interesting to me because they just make no sense. It's like, for example, this one, AAA 10 legendary group male. And then there are others that are like AAA 5 global groups, global pop group. And then there's also like 10 legendary artists who makes hip hop songs. Like it's like so specific and so random, but it's still I find it hilarious because even though I don't like the AAA, I think we should applaud this. We should clap for this because it just shows that BTS still have power. It just shows that these awards do all of these for clout, for attendance. There's basically no criteria. They just create whatever, but they give the awards to the artists who are going to give them clout. Exactly. They need BTS. And that's why they're giving them this award, even though they haven't released anything in years. Exactly, for views. So, yes, BTS got this award, AAA. And if you want to know I didn't explain much in my video BTS versus attendance awards, the AAAs, but I did mention a little bit of context of how the AAA works in that video. So if you're interested and you haven't watched that video. Um okay, another award. BTS has received the Presidential Commendation at the 5th Republic of Korea Good Donation Awards for their global Love Myself campaign. They were honored for bringing hope to children and youth worldwide, inspiring participatory giving with their fandom, and raising 9.2 billion won through their UNICEF partnerships. You can see right here. And there's it says this year's presidential commendation went to BTS, which spread the culture of sharing through the global donation campaign Love Myself, and Samsung Electronics, which systematically promoted support for the independence of children and youth who have left foster care based on the participation of employees. Since 2017, BTS has been working with the United Nations to prevent violence against children and adolescents and raise awareness of mental health, contributing to welfare services and psychological counseling for children who are victims of violence in 155 countries. This one is actually a very important award, very, very important, because as you can see here, BTS is the first celebrity to receive the highest level um, of Presidential Commendation Award at the Korean Good Donation Awards. It's not just a regular award. So, and BTS is the first celebrity, which is crazy. Not even the first K-pop idol, the first group. No, first celebrity in general to receive this presidential commendation. Very, very big. This was held by the Ministry of the Interior and Safety. This is a ministry, okay? Contributing to welfare services and psychological counseling. And here I have BTS did respond, like they gave a statement about receiving this award. BTS said, "We feel great. We feel a great sense of accomplishment knowing that the Love Myself campaign has had a positive impact on our society. Rather than thinking of this award as an award given to us, we think of it as an encouragement and support for everyone who resonated with the message of love yourself and love the world that we spread through the campaign. We would especially like to dedicate this honor to ARMY, our fandom name, who created this campaign together. We will continue to strive to become a BTS that contributes to warm and healthy change." So that's how big this is. BTS gave an official statement to the press responding to all of this. It is a very big award. Amazing. I think it's wonderful. And yes, we were mentioned with a clarification, this honor to ARMY, our fandom name. clarify, because since Namjoon, I think it's Namjoon said in his Apex speech, Army is the name of our fandom, or something like that. Army is the name of our fandom for your information. And since he said that, I have to say every single time, like, for your information, that is our name, that is the fandom name. So yes, we were mentioned in that as well. Okay, who wants to see my Spotify Wrapped? I think some of you asked last time, so I will show my Spotify Wrapped. Okay, so first, some information about the Spotify Wrapped this year: mentions of BTS and BTS members. This is hilarious. Like, this is it comes to a point, when BTS is just too big because what do you mean? Number one K-pop artist on Spotify each year. Since 2018 has been BTS. This is hilarious. I'm so sorry because BTS has not released music since 2022. So I would understand, like, from this year to this year, okay? Like the biggest group or whatever. What do you mean BTS has been the number one artist, K-pop artist on Spotify in 2023, 2024, and 2025? I can't with this. It's it At this point it's just funny. It's just funny how big they are. So here we have the global top K-pop artist of the year, as you can see right here. Number one, BTS, and actually number eight is Jungkook. So very very interesting. Oh yeah, I had that link. Okay, and then here we have the recap of Spotify Korea, the music our listeners love most this year. We're revealing the 2025 top streaming playlist. So here we have top translation for you because, of course, my Korean very advanced. This one is top track. And it's, of course, Don't Say You Love Me by Jin. We did it, guys. It's officially the top track by a K-pop artist or Korean artist in Spotify is Don't Say You Love Me. It's official, super official, number one. So amazing, amazing, amazing. We did it. We did it, everyone. So I think it's amazing. So we maintain a record of having BTS and BTS members having the most streamed song of the year every single year since 2013, since their debut. I don't remember. Like, it's a crazy accomplishment. We also have top artist of 2025. We have Jimin and others that I don't care about. Here we have the global top K-pop songs of the year. I don't know what is the metric for this, because Don't Say You Love Me is the most streamed song of the year, the most streamed track, as you can see right here. So I believe right here. But I believe there's another metric for global top K-pop songs of the year. I don't know how they do this, but who Don't Say You Love Me and Seven is there. If someone knows about this, please explain it to me because I don't understand. Because just look at the numbers. Like, Don't Say You Love Me is literally the top song by a K-pop artist of 2025. Um, wasn't that Spotify Korea? I guess, but it says global. And the global top K-pop song of the year is Don't Say You Love Me. Like, you can search manually and see that indeed it is. And in any case, it will be another song, not Who and these other two songs. So I think there's another metric for this one that I don't know about. And here's another thing that they posted. Or maybe weeks on charts. That would make more sense. I believe they choose whatever metric they need to get this result. It is very weird because we all know that the top track of the year is Don't Say You Love Me. They said it themselves. So there's another metric for this one, I guess. And here we have another list, and Jimin is number one, Jin is number three, Jungkook is number four. And here we have songs. We have Who, Does You Love Me, Seven, Winterhead, Standing Next to You, Be Mine. Look at all of this. From one to six is all BTS songs, all BTS members. This is another list about albums. We have Muse, Golden, Echo, and Happy remixes. The Happy remixes made it, guys. The remix album of Happy. And yeah, we don't care about that. So yeah, that is some of the information about BTS on Spotify Wrapped. Namjoon shared his own Spotify Wrapped. Not his Spotify Wrapped, but his artist's Spotify Wrapped, like the numbers he got as an artist. He posted on Instagram, "Thanks for listening," and a fire emoji. And this picture shows, thanks for listening right here. This picture shows 10.6 million listeners. 10.6 million listeners and 420 million streams. On the other hand, we have Taeyeon. He didn't post his own numbers. He posted his personal results of his own Spotify rap, like what he listens to. And Taeyeon says, "At this point, I'm all rap. Kim Tae rap. Tae Evans." So these are his genres. Pop, rap. I guess this is rap. Soul or something. I can't translate it. This is R&B. This is K rap. No, this is not K rap. I don't know. I can't translate it. This is what he listened to. I'm guessing this is 27,000 minutes. And his top artist. Wait a second, Mimi. Bora acting like she knows Korean. Listen, it's not that I can read this, okay? Because this is like in English, but just with Korean letters. So people are saying K ballad. So I can find it. K ballad. See, I can read Korean, okay? So don't come for me. This is K ballad. Busting out the basic Korean. I guess I do. So yeah, his top artist is Bill Evans. 0. 0.4. He's in the 0.4 of listeners. 0.4% of listeners. And yeah, those were his results. Rap was a big genre for him. Now I will show my own. My top songs of this year on Spotify. And just a disclaimer about this, okay? This year I changed to YouTube Music. So, of course, I still listen to music on Spotify, but I do it mostly because of BTS. Like, I use it for BTS streaming purposes more than anything. I listen to other songs here and there. Um, but yeah, you're going to see both lists, my Spotify Wrapped and my YouTube Music Wrapped, just in case I wanted to show it. So my top songs are Mona Lisa, Don't Say You Love Me, Permission to Dance Live, Killing It Girl, and Sweet Dreams. I told you guys that Mona Lisa was my favorite song of the trilogy. I love Killing It Girl and Sweet Dreams. As you can see, those songs are right here. But Mona Lisa is my song. Like, Mona Lisa is my song. My top albums are Permission to Dance on Stage, Proof, Right Place, Wrong Person, Echo, and Jack in the Box Hope Edition. My top artists are, of course, BTS at number one, J-Hope, Jin, RM, and Jimin. And also, I don't have a lot of minutes listen to on Spotify because, like I mentioned, I did the change to YouTube Music. However, now I'm listening to Spotify a lot again because of the BCD app. Basically, my top genres are K-pop, which is crazy because I only listen to BTS. I only listen to BTS, but they are labeled as K-pop. So K-pop, metal, J-pop, Christmas, and soundtrack. Christmas, it's crazy. It's just because I listen to Taeyeon. It's just because I listen to Taeyeon that Christmas is here. Because I don't listen to Christmas music like on Spotify. I just put some playlists for the living room or something, but on YouTube, like not like that. There is a Christmas genre. I know. I was also surprised. So it is a genre. My listening age is 19. Since I was mostly into new music, it says right here. But yeah, my listening age is 19. Well, it's not my fault that BTS releases new music all the time, so I listen to that because actually I listen to a lot of old songs because of the metal genre that you can see right here, number 2. But of course, I listen to BTS's newest songs. So, um, my role, it says curator, club serotonin. I don't know what that means, but it says you're a focused playlist creator combining the best of your club into mixes. What does that mean? I don't know. But that's what I got. Did anyone else got this? I don't know. I think it shows like your role, your personality, something like that. And then I got these reports. I don't know. This one says January 1st, 2025, listening report for the day you let Jen RM and J Hope ring in the year, one track at a time. Evening evening opened with a Jin streak running wild through Heart on the Window before RM's Ripley's Wrong Person and J Hope's Hope on the Street Volume 1 took over for a genre spanning set, 70 minutes, 23 tracks, 14 artists. Your New Year's Day kicked off with all your top artists in rotation. Interesting. The biggest BTS day has been July 18th of 2025, the day you set up a BTS time loop and never left the stage. So it says that I listened to Permission to Dance Live, On Live. So yeah, all of it. And I also listened to Jen and J-Hope. Biggest music listening day, August 26, 2025. Listening report for the day you let BTS headline your all day all repeat festival. So yeah, it includes Permission to Dance Live, BTS, Jin, RM, J Hope. Interesting that they did this. This is the first year that they've done like a report of the biggest day off of something. So this is YouTube Music. Um, do you guys remember when we were trying to make when we were trying to make Dynamite reach 2 billion? I took it so seriously. Um, so we have here my top song of 2025 is Dynamite by BTS because I watched that music video so many times every single day. Well, not so many times every single day. It's more that I listen to the song every single day, at least one time, like I always mention. My top songs of 2025, Dynamite, and number 2 is Mona Lisa. My top artist of 2025 is BTS, and at number 2 is J-Hope, and at number 5 is Jin. My top albums of 2025, we have Permission to Dance on Stage, Right Place, Wrong Person, Echo, Happy. Right Place, Wrong Person is in all of these lists. I told you guys that it was my favorite Namjoon album. So I really love that genre. My top genres of 2025 is again K-pop and number 1. I'm going to say mostly because of BTS, pop music, Korean hip hop. Well, that's because of Right Player's Wrong Person, I'm guessing, and August D and J Hope, and rock and R&B. R&B has to be because of Taeyeon because I need to listen to more R&B because I don't listen to R&B, but I need to. So yeah, that was my Spotify Wrapped. Like I mentioned, my numbers are not like big numbers. I have BTS in all of the list, which I think it shows you that I genuinely listen to BTS. But my numbers this year have been very, very low in general. Like the minutes that I listen to, very, very low because um because I've been changing platforms. Like I listen on YouTube Music and then like I also listen on Spotify. So at least you know right here, top 5 of everything is all BTS. But this year, I mean, next year, is going to be so many minutes because now with the BCD app, since the BCD app started, I've increased my numbers like overall because I want to complete those daily missions to get my photo cards. And with the comeback, it's just going to be a crazy number. I know it. My top song is still Augustine's Snooze, even in 2025. And you know what? I respect that. I respect that so much. I love Snooze, one of my favorite songs. Is it for Spotify premium members only? I don't think so. I think everyone gets one. I think everyone gets a Spotify wrapped. Why is children's music in my list? Haven't you played children's music at some point? That's funny. That's interesting. Some people share their accounts, so their Spotify wrapped makes no sense. Here is moving on. Here's another list. This is the K Brand Index, a large data system developed by the Asia Brand Research Institute, Korea's top big data evaluation agency, has announced the top 30 brand value rankings of 2025 for boy groups individual members category. So this is the what is it called? I don't remember. It says Asia Brand Research Institute. So on this list, it says Taeyong is number one, three is Jungkook, four is Jin, eight is Namjoon, and 10 is Jimin. Asia Brand Research Institute released this ranking after analyzing 208 million data across trends, media, social influence, positivity metrics, community engagement, and search volumes on portal sites. So it's just a study, but I still wanted to share it with you guys because there's a lot of BTS members here. So someone listened to the tomato song. Something super random that I sometimes I share these mentions. So I just shared this. The Jonas Brothers expressed their excitement for BTS's comeback. This is on that puppy interview that they have BuzzFeed, I believe.
And of course, BTS, we love. Looking forward to the comeback of the century.
Cannot wait. It's gonna like no one else should release music for like a year.
And of course,
No one else should release music for like a year. What was I going to say? Oh, remember that the Jonas Brothers went to BTS's concert back in 2019, and I believe it was Nick here who said that they were inspired by BTS's concerts because they saw how each member has their own solo songs in the group concert. So they said, why not do that? Like, why should we be just a group or just soloists? Why can we perform solo songs on the group concerts? So that was a big inspiration that they got from BTS. And yes, they said that they're looking for the comeback of the century, and no one else should release music for like a year. Interesting, interesting. They are aware of the comeback. Um, this is super random, but I want to share because the other day with my sister during Jin's birthday live stream, we were talking about Puka, this character, and they posted this video and they tagged every single BTS group mention. Hype Official, Big Kid Music, BTS Big Kid, BTS Twitter, an unofficial BTS Army account. I mean, not unofficial, but you know what? It's like a fan account. Oh my goodness, this song too loud. They even made the characters dance and everything. Look at Puka over there with Karu. I don't know why they posted this, but even in winter, I'm on fire, it says. Cute. So they included fire right there. Okay. So that is some BTS news. Now we're going to get to the topic of the video, like the title. And because this is very important, like this time we cannot um since this time we cannot mess with the translation, we're going to have the video from Hype Boy, because we need to, with this one we need to be super accurate. Actually, let me put it over here to have my notes. Let's talk about it. This is a video translation by the channel Hype Boy. You guys are always recommending it, and I also highly recommend it because it gives not just accurate translations, but sometimes it gives context. Some phrases cannot be translated literally to English or any other language, and with means translations, there's so much confusion sometimes with means translation, or sometimes it's not even a means translation. Sometimes it's just we don't understand the context because it's something in Korean. So Hi Boy watches the live streams of BTS and he translates everything with context and everything. So we're going to watch this for Namjoon's live stream. I wanted to talk about Namjoon's live stream, like every single point that he makes. Um, because his comments, of course, have become like this entire thing and people are going crazy. However, like the title of this live stream says, RM said facts and antis are losing it again. They are mad again. But he just said facts, in my opinion. He said nothing controversial. He just said the reality. And I love the way he expresses himself. Let's start with this clip.
뭐 비하인드가 어쩌다 저쩌다 제가 지금 말을 다 할 수가 없어요. 왜냐면은
And as you know, this job, like when something happens or when something is supposed to come out, like behind the scenes stuff later, but I cannot talk about everything right now.
So, wait.
그 제가 말씀 왜냐면 저는
And what I want to say is that I cannot represent our team anymore. And you know what? Let's hear what he has to say.
고작 한 명이 인간이기 때문에
Because
그리고
I'm just one single human being.
이제 방탄소년단 하면서 한 5년, 17년, 18년까지는 이제 제가 막 이렇게 막 했던 것 같은데 그 후에는
You know, while doing BTS until around 17 up until 2017, 2018, for about 5 years, I used to kind of take charge of things. And here he means, you know, taking charge of things as a leader. Okay. And yeah.
사실 멤버들도 지금 한 명이 다 인격체고 각자의 바운더리가 있고 각자의 생활 성향 스타일이 다 있기 때문에.
But after that, the members are each their own person. 인격체, so individuals or entities. That's the word that he used. Someone who can think on their own and act on their own. Okay, that's the specific keyword he used here. 인격체. With their own boundaries, 각자 바운더리가 있고, and their own lifestyles and styles.
So, I think what he said when I watched first, I just read the translations, and some people were saying no, like there are mistranslations, like don't trust these accounts, and I get all of that. But even with the quote unquote mistranslations, I don't even know. This part I totally understand, and I don't understand how so many people just. I think it's antis. I think it's very insecure people who just want to. They have a preset mindset. Is that how you say it? They have already a certain type of mindset, and they listen to these words and they interpret something that is completely not what it is. He is very clearly saying, because even High Boy mentions how Namjoon is asked by some people to scold the members. Is that the word scold? Like calling them out, put them in their line. You're the leader. You have to do this. You have to do this for them. And what Namjoon is saying is that this is not 2017 anymore. Namjoon cannot do this type of leading role that is calling out the members and say, let's do this. Like Namjoon is not that type of leader anymore. Like he is not leading them that way anymore. And Highboy explains, like I believe like 2 times he mentions that it seems like in the Korean side, because this is what Highboy is saying, okay? This is not international fans, so we don't know where this is coming from, but it seems like in the Korean side, they are saying Namjoon put the members like in order. Make them do these things about the comeback, make them focus. Like you have to scold them. And Namjoon, that is why Namjoon is saying, this is not 2017. We're all adults. They are all in their 30s, not Jungkook, but in Korean age, yes. So, of course, he's not going to be that type of leader anymore. They are all independent adults. And even beyond that, they're full artists right now with their own ideas of what they want for the BTS comeback. And they're going to discuss that as adults, as equals, all of them. Before, it was like Namjoon is the leader. Namjoon has the most experience in the industry as well. Remember, BTS started around Namjoon. Like we all know that, right? At this point, we all know that. Even Jin recently said that Namjoon was the leader because he had like a vision for the group, a musical vision. He has like very deep thoughts about music. I included it in my latest video about Namjoon. And that is why he is the leader. But now it's like Namjoon is not the only one with deep thoughts about music. Namjoon is not the only one with a lot of experience in the industry. When in 2013, the one with the most musical experience was Namjoon. So he could lead them that way. He understood music production and music writing and all of that way more than the other members. So he said, I have this vision. So they're all going to follow him. Now it's different. Now Namjoon may be leading them in different ways. Maybe it's just a spokesperson. But what he's saying right here is that this is not 2017. He cannot lead them the same way anymore. It's just crazy that some people are saying, like, scold them. Are you crazy? What do you mean scold them? These are 30-year-olds. You need to grow up if you think that Namjoon is going to continue doing that. It's just ridiculous.
막뭐 멤버들을 그래서 뭐 이렇게 약간
And from the very beginning, I said, even before this became like a huge thing, I saw the translation and I understood. With the first translations, without High Boy's video, with context and everything, I said, of course, like I understood.
막 제가 멤버들을 제가 회사한테 가서 뭘 얘기를 해야 된다.
Scold them about what? So he's going to explain that. He's going to explain it in some minutes, and I have the timestamp for that as well. But in the K Army side, they are saying, oh, BTS, they are not releasing anything. And they said that they were going to release music in 2025, but they're not releasing anything. And it's just this entire thing. I'm going to talk about that when it comes to it. But they are basically telling Namjoon, you should tell the members that they should focus on the comeback. And he's like, am I a crazy person? Like, haven't we gotten how many not spoiler, but how many comeback updates have we gotten I'm just trying to think back on the live streams. I think we had like 20, if not more, comeback updates. What more do you want? Namjoon even said at some point, we cannot explain anything. We cannot explain everything. Number one, because of logistics, things that happen with the company. We cannot just say them. And number two, because don't you want some things to be a surprise? What do you want everything to be spoiled? Do you want the members to show you everything? We're probably going to get that content, behind the scenes content, when the comeback happens. Why do you want all of that? What do you want to know their plans about the comeback? Exactly. It ruins the fun. And I think what they're telling us already is a lot. I don't need more spoilers. I don't need more hints. I don't need more content related to the comeback. Why are you asking for more? I just don't get it.
혹은 제가 뭘 멤버들을 어떻게 해야 된다라는 것은 사실 지금은 더 이상 적용이 되지는 않는 것 같아요. 그래서
So saying I must handle the members in some way, like doing something or telling the members certain things, like going to the company to speak for them or speak about them. I don't
That is crazy. That is crazy. How can I don't understand K-pop stans. I seriously don't understand them.
think that applies anymore.
Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't apply anymore. Are you crazy?
Okay, yeah.
So that is the section about his leading role. Let's move on to one of the most controversial parts, when he talks about disbandment, thinking of disbandment. And I saw the mistranslation as well, because for this part, context is super important.
And as many of you know, our team was at risk of stopping because there were a lot of those things.
There's magic in the air.
La, 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 la. Wait. I was supposed to do the opposite, and I even made it bigger. I'm sorry.
And he sounds very ambiguous here. Probably, you know, if you're a long-time armies, you know what he talks about. Remember when they accepted that a major award, they cried and said that, you know, there were moments when the group was at the risk of falling apart.
So this is where the context was needed, because so many people were saying, like, just a translation, just a tweet with this translation without understanding like the context of what he was saying. He said, we were thinking of disbandment, but he did say, you guys already know about that. Listen.
Remember when they accepted, you know, if you're a long-time armies. And as many of you know, he's not saying anything new. He's not saying that they are thinking right now of disbandment. Are you crazy? Who is thinking of this? Come on. That is why the translation is important with context. Namjoon is talking about something that we already know. They already talked about this in 2018. We already know that they were thinking of disbandment back then. That was what? How many years ago? 7, 8 years ago? We already know this. our team was, you know, if you're a long-time armies, you know what he talks about. Remember when they accepted that a major award, they cried and said that, you know, there were moments when the group was at the risk of falling apart.
We all knew this. This is zero news. This is zero news. So many people, yes, too many people were celebrating. And unfortunately, a big part of that is because of the mistranslations and because some accounts just translate. And unfortunately, it's comfortable for us to look at it this way. But it can become a problem. Armies translate like sentence by sentence. So if you just tweet that sentence, antis, K-pop stans are going to find it and they're going to go with that. They don't care about the complete context of the translation. They don't care about that. And of course, apart from that, we have the mistranslations. So that was the problem.
So he's saying that there were those moments, but of course, during the live stream, he cannot talk about everything, right? And let me talk more after this live stream is over.
그 되게 같이 하는다는 거에 대해서 굉장히 감사하고 있고
So the very fact that we're doing this together, I'm extremely grateful for that.
방금도 굉장히 또 멤버들이랑 만나서 또 뭐 이렇게 저렇게 하고 재밌게 얘기하고 뭐 촬영하고 하니까 좋더라고요. 그래서
So just now too, it was really like I met with the members again and we did this and that and talked and had fun and filmed together and it really felt nice. So
저희는 어쨌든 근데
like, you know, we're very lucky and happy people.
저희가 뭐 이런 직업을 택했기 때문에 뭐 우리가 뭐 항상 뭐 시선 속에서 힘들다 그런 거는 뭐 당연히 뭐 이제 저희도 다 익숙한 문제고.
And we chose this kind of job. So of course, it's natural that always being watched is hard, but we're used to that now.
뭐 어쨌든 뭐 제가 해명하는 사람은 아니고요. 제가 해명할 수도 없는 것들이고.
Anyway, I'm not someone who can explain things, and a lot of things I simply 해명할 수도 없는 것들이고. So a lot of things, those things aren't mine to speak on. Okay. All right.
So he's very clearly, when you see the full context, it's so obvious. He's saying that the thoughts of this bandman were in 2018. Wait a second.
So a lot of things, those things aren't mine to speak on. Okay.
And of course, right now he doesn't have, he can't speak for all the members. But back in 2018, it was really like being talked about constantly. That was one of the reasons, like negatively, of course. That was one of the reasons why they thought like, what if we just like stop here? Like we just disband. Now he's saying basically the complete opposite of this bandman. He's saying, we used to think like that, but now even though people talk about this and that and these rumors and complain and about all of this, we still want to make music. We still want to have the comeback. And he explains that now they're focused on the comeback and they're excited. Even at some point, I have a timestamp later, but he says like, I just want to blink and go to the comeback because he just wants to blink, like go to sleep, wake up, and be in 2026 during the comeback with ARMYs and all of that because that is what he wants. He wants the comeback more than anything else. How can people misconstrue that and just say, no, like BTS wants to disband? That's crazy. That's the complete opposite. That's the complete opposite. Now, here is when he talks about wasting time. The complaints about BTS wasting time. I need to get used to these new buttons that I have. Sorry for my ugly layout. I'm going to make it pretty soon.
A lot of people around me keep asking, why did you guys waste the entire second half of 2025? What do you mean?
No, seriously. Like, listen, this is hilarious because High Boy makes like these translations very professionally. And he's saying like this entire time, he's just breaking character and saying, what do you mean? Like, why would you? And he says like, sorry for the rant because genuinely he was ranting and same. What do you mean? You guys didn't do it. People were saying you guys didn't do enough during the second half of 2025. I've been thinking the opposite. How do you guys do so much? It's crazy. It's crazy. How do you guys do so much? Not just about the comeback, because all I've been seeing is all of these updates about the comeback, which honestly, we don't need. We don't need the updates about the comeback, but still we have them. We have so many of those. And not just that, but BTS explained like their entire camp thing in LA, like a song camp or whatever. I don't remember how it's called, but they all lived together in LA just to make this album. How can you say that that is nothing? How can you say that that is wasting time? It was just like how long was it after they were discharged from the military that they immediately went to LA? That was wasting zero time. That was wasting absolutely no time. They did it so fast. They started working on the album so fast. And since then, all we've hearing is update about the comeback, and not just about the comeback, but about like solo projects as well, like fashion deals, fashion stuff, partnerships and stuff like that. But if you want to just focus on the comeback, it's like there's just so much. I didn't expect them to go back to work this fast.
Oh.
See, like he was offended. Like Highboy was offended. This is another part where he continues talking about these complaints.
All right, so a lot of people around me keep asking, why did you guys waste 날렸냐 the entire second half of 2025?
왜 아무것도 안 했냐라고
Why didn't you do anything?
하시는데
What do you mean?
저희도 날리고 싶지 않았어요.
And RM says, we didn't want to waste it either.
저라고 전 전역하고 많은 활동을 하고 싶었는데 다만
Yeah, I wanted to do a lot of activities since the military discharge, but
제가 말씀드릴 수 없는 것들이 있고
there are things I cannot say.
저희가 활동을 연말에 지금 하반기에 하지 않기로 결정한 이유들이 있었어요.
And the reason we didn't do activities in the year end, we decided not to do anything the second half of the year for specific reasons. So that's what he literally says. Year end, no, actually, the reason we decided not to do anything in the second half of the year, there were specific reasons.
근데 그거는 제가 다 말씀드릴 수가 없어요. 이가 저한테는 없기 때문에
Because I don't have the authority to say it. I simply don't have the right to talk about it.
아무튼 근데 정말
And he does mention if someone starts worrying, because I know how armies are. They listen to something and they immediately start making theories. Namjoon does say these things that happen are not serious. I think it's just being realistic. They cannot do anything in the second half of 2025. It's just not realistic. They did not waste time. Okay. They did not waste time. They went immediately after discharge to LA to work on the album. Okay. So Namjoon does say that there are things that he cannot talk about because of like it's company stuff. Come on, guys. It's logistics, it's company stuff. It's like these deals, and we've seen what happened when you rushed a comeback. Like Jin. I'm not saying that Jin did this wrong or something. Jin is Jin, and he's going to experiment and do fun stuff like that. But that is his decision for Jin himself. His venues for his tour were weird because he decided to have a tour out of nowhere. BTS cannot do that. There are so many reasons why they cannot have a comeback. Come on. And of course, he cannot talk about it. There are many people, like there are investors on the company. He just cannot talk about it. And like he says himself, it's nothing serious. So don't think it's something crazy. It's just they can't do it. It's not possible. And if you think it was and you complain, you're crazy.
저도 막 하고 싶죠. 얼마나
But yeah, of course, I want to do
하고
things.
싶었겠습니까? 1년 반. 저희가 마지막 콘서트 한 게 벌써 22년 10월인데 벌써 3년이 넘었거든요.
You can imagine how much I want to. You know, it's been a year and a half. Like our last concert was already back in 2022, like October, and it's already been more than 3 years.
당연히 진심이죠. 지금 당장 공연을 하고 싶고
Of course, I mean it sincerely. I want to perform right now, but
근데 뭐 아시다시피 시간이 좀 됐어요. 그래서 변한 것도 되게 많고 그래서
as you know, time has passed and a lot has changed.
준비가 좀 필요해요. 준비가 너무 필요하고
We need preparation. We need a lot of preparation.
Super obvious. I think aunties hear what they want to hear, or even they may even see the reality of this entire live stream and they still want to like create chaos. Namjoon spoke facts, and that is that. And he didn't say anything controversial. I didn't freak out about any of these comments, even when I read the mistranslations, because even the mistranslations, in my opinion, were not that bad. But that's another conversation. Those were the comments about wasting time. He also talked about pressure in 2743. Of course, he's going to talk about pressure because this is not the Jonas Brothers are talking about BTS's comeback. This comeback is very, very big for the entire industry, and BTS feels again this pressure. They just want to do a good album. They cannot rush things. They cannot. I said the other time, BTS would rather disband than make a bad album. And that is why they're taking their time. They're going to make the album like they want to make the album.
저는 개인적으로는 굉장히 부담이 심해요.
Okay, I don't know about the other members, but personally, I feel a huge amount of pressure.
근데 지금 하고 있는 게 계속 준비밖에 없기 때문에 답답한 것도 사실이고.
But what I'm doing right now, or what we are doing right now, is just preparation. So it's honestly frustrating. Can I rant just for a few seconds more? And
See, the Highboy starts ranting. I really recommend you guys watch his entire translation/rant. Because it's very interesting what he says. Of course, he also gives a lot of comments about how Korean men, when they go to the military, your identity is taken away from you. So you leave out of the military completely different. You feel like you're worthless. That is basically what Highboy explains, because he gets the cultural context, something that we don't understand. Going to the military is not like a fun, relaxing thing to do. You need to find yourself again once you're out, because it's this entire thing. So of course BTS need time and they need to find themselves again and remember like all of these music stuff, and it's just this entire thing. So I really recommend you guys watch this video as well. But yeah, he talks about pressure there. And here, 2959.
sleep.
La, la, la. Sorry, guys. That's the goal of boot camp in every military. They break you, basically. So of course they need to have they need their time to focus again, to find themselves again.
At night since last month, and now again, I'm like, maybe I should get prescription again. And I'm thinking about that, medical prescriptions. Anyway, that's how things are.
마냥 뭐 무슨 그런 건 아니고 저희가 활동을 하고 싶었지만 활동할 수 없었던 이유가 있었어요.
Is anything dramatic like that? We wanted to promote or 활동, we wanted to do activities, but there were reasons we could not.
Here, it is nothing dramatic like that. So I need every single army to calm down, like really calm down. It's nothing dramatic. He's saying that there's just multiple reasons that he cannot talk about that the comeback didn't happen this year. You don't need to think that you need to guess anything dramatic. It's nothing crazy, okay? It's just logistics. It's company stuff. Come on.
And now I can almost hear some armies or some fans or maybe some anti saying that, oh, this is because of hype. Mm-hmm. And then they blame on the company. Okay, do whatever you want. But some people speculate just for the sake of speculating, right? Theorizing for the sake of theorizing.
And literally, it may be boring reasons. Like he's saying, it's nothing dramatic like that. So don't speculate. Don't speculate. It's, who cares? Who cares? It was just not realistic.
그래서
That's
그거를
it.
말씀드리고 싶고.
So that's what I wanted to say.
그 다음에 이제 기존에 뭐 여러분들이 얘기하시는 것들에 대해서 뭐 제가 다 일일이 해명할 수 없지만 그것들을 예를 들면 이제 저는 틱톡도 없거든요, 제 앱에.
And also about the things that you all talk about, 여러분들이. I cannot explain each and everything, but for example, I don't even have TikTok.
Okay, so that is the other conversation. Namjoon explains how it's not just that they are learning how to get back to music again. It's also that the music, the promotions that they have to do now, or they they are recommended to do now are not the same as before. So back in 2019 or like years before that, they could we all know the story. I've told it a million times on my YouTube channel, and I will continue doing so. BTS became popular in the global music industry because of their songs on SoundCloud, YouTube presence, Twitter presence. Now it's not like that. So many people say, like armies say, why is BTS not on Twitter anymore? Like why? Like I miss when they were back on Twitter because now it's different. BTS were on Twitter because they needed somewhere, they needed a platform. They couldn't be on TV, so they were going to be on Twitter because they had no other choice. And that's how they became popular. Now trends happen, trends change. Now it's not Twitter, it's TikTok. And he talked about TikTok and how he's too old for TikTok. Like, he doesn't get it. Not that he's too old. He doesn't get it. That's what he says. Current trends 55, 52.
저는 틱톡을 몰라요.
I do not understand TikTok, the social media app.
깔아봤는데 너무 전 정신이 없어서 그래서 지금은 정말 젠지와 알파 세대구나. 제가 벌써 내년에 33이니까 한국 나이로.
So I installed it once, but it was too overwhelming. So I felt like, wow, this is truly the Gen Z and Alpha generation. I'm already turning 33 next year in Korean age.
근데 이제 막 그러면 저희가 하던 컨텐츠나 그런 것들을 어떻게 숏폼으로 가져가야 되냐 혹은 롱폼으로 가져가면 어떻게 현 시류에 맞게 할 것인가 그런 논의를 어제도 했고 그저께도 했어요. 그래서
And we've been talking about, like the content that we used to do. How do we turn those into short forms? Or if we keep it long form, how do we make it fit the current times, the current trend? We talked about this yesterday too, and the day before that as well.
See, it's not. People saying that BTS, like, they're not giving any content. First of all, they are giving a lot of content. I just cannot keep up with the live streams. I'm going to be completely honest. There's just so many live streams, so many vlogs and BTS episodes and all of this stuff that even with the new stuff, I keep up the best I can because of the channel, and I want to talk to you guys about it. But for example, even with Are You Sure? I watched the first episode and the first part of the second episode because that's how much content we have right now. People complaining about not having enough content. That's just crazy, especially when now we're knowing Namjoon is explaining the behind the scenes. I'm guessing what people want from them now is at least TikToks, but it's like fun TikToks. TikTok is not something that Namjoon necessarily understands. I just don't understand how people ask for more content, but even when they give so much, they ask like one specific type of content. I don't get it. And they're even thinking about it. They're even having conversations about, okay, like we usually do like long blogs. How can we make them shorter? And he's like, oh my goodness. No, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. There's already enough content. There's more than enough. There's more than enough. And you don't even need to do that. Just, they're giving so much stuff already. So much content already. He continues talking about TikTok here. 55, 52.
Babies don't stop.
Ideas are okay, but complaining is not. They are not giving ideas. They are outright complaining. And according to Highboy, is the Korean side. That's why he explains. That's why global armies, like international armies, are like, this is out of nowhere. Because we have a different vision. Like, we don't think about it that way. We don't see the complaints. We don't see the complaints. So that's why this looks like out of nowhere.
않으면
For example, like I said earlier, the content we used to do for 30, 40 minutes or even an hour, those things, if the views do not come out and it's not fitting with the current landscape,
그러면 저희도 그 플랫폼에 맞게 바꿔가야 되잖아요, 저희도.
then we have to adjust to the platform.
그런 거에 대한 그럼 근데 나는 쇼폼을 제대로 만들어 본 적이 없는데 그러면 나는 어떻게 해야 되지? 그게 너무 어른이 아이들 흉내 내는 것 같진 않나? 뭐 그런 생각도 하고.
But then it's like, okay, but I have never properly made a short form video. So what do? It feels like an adult trying to imitate kids, right? I think things like that too.
And I've seen, listen, Jen and more than Jen, J-Hope. We've seen how they've been collaborating with other K-pop artists on TikTok. And I've seen the dances that they do and the cute little like, yeah, because those are like cute TikTok videos, cute dances, and all of that. Come on, are you seriously asking BTS to do all that? Like sometimes J-Hope helps his juniors. Don't expect this from the entirety of BTS, like doing these cute dance challenges. Are you crazy? Who is asking for that? I'm not asking for that. I'm not asking for that. That's just unrealistic. BTS are 30-year-olds. And they don't want to. If they were 30-year-olds who want to make TikTok content, sure. But they don't need to. Have we all seen their TikToks from back in 2019, 2020? It was just hilarious.
그냥 뭐 그런 거예요. 그래서 이렇게 우당탕탕 하면서 만들어가고 있는데
So it's just stuff like that. So we're stumbling through it as we make things.
저는 어쨌든 여러분이 신경이 쓰이고 여러분을 사랑하기 때문에 물론 이제 여러분들도 생각이 다 다르겠죠. 지금은
But anyway, I care about you all and I love you. And of course, you all have different thoughts.
어떤 분은 이렇게 생각하실 거고 저런 분은 저렇게 생각하실 거고 저를 좋아하신다는 전제하에 저를 좋아하신다는 전제하에 저한테 애정이 있으시다는 전제하에 저는
So right now, some people think this way, some people might think that way. So under the assumption that you like me, under that assumption that you like me and care about me,
잘 우리가 넘어갈 수 있도록 저는 제가 할 수 있는 선에서 최선을 다할 거예요.
so I will do my best within the range of what I can do so that
Like even
we can get through this well.
though they don't have to, they're still thinking about finding ways of bringing that short form content to armies. And that is just going above and beyond. Like BTS are literal saints. I could never. Like they're still trying to find ways. I read a comment in chat that said they should not have to do what the younger K-pop groups do. They set their own path. And I totally agree. BTS has never, well, sometimes some people say, but what about this? I'm just making a generalization, okay? BTS has almost never followed the trend from K-pop. The trend on K-pop when BTS became popular, when BTS debuted in 2013, was going to TV, going to variety shows. BTS were not invited to those, so they created their own path. They created this Twitter path, their YouTube path. So they make those a trend. Now everyone is doing TikTok. Every single K-pop group, K-pop artist is doing every TikTok challenge under the sun, like every single one. BTS don't have to do the same thing because from the beginning, they were never following trends. They were never doing what every single other K-pop group does. They always find their own ways. And even Namjoon is saying, I think it's just, sometimes it just works like magic because BTS as a 7-member group don't want to do TikToks, they are finding new ways of doing short form content and they are going to create a new trend. Remember what I'm saying? They are going to create a new format again because that's what BTS does. They don't follow trends. They see what is happening and they interpret it some way and then they change it and then they make that an actual trend and everyone starts following them again. And then BTS changes. And that's that's how it always works. So yeah, they're still trying to find new ways of promoting, and I'm excited to find what those ways are. Um, Here's about why he can't update regularly, which I think it's a joke because they have been updating regularly. Lady Pink, BTS paved the way. Thank you so much. Because we love and support Namjoon and BTS, let's keep the positive energy going on social media and Weavers. Yes. Actually, once we finish with this, we there's already like multiple projects going on just as a direct response to this live stream. And I think it's also wonderful and beautiful because this is our response to all of this. And we have a lot of projects about keeping the positive energy going on social media and Weavers. And I will explain that in a minute and how you can join as well because we need to give that message to BTS, especially Weavers, especially Weavers. Where are my notes? I missed my notes. Where? Oh, here. Okay. I'd rather watch an hour video of them doing anything they want than multiple short form ones. Yes, genuinely, I enjoy watching BTS doing whatever they feel comfortable doing. It may sound dumb, but you really need to think about it. Think of the trends that they were trying to do with Life Goes On and then they never tried again. That was not BTS. That was someone else telling them, you should do TikTok trends. And they tried for a little bit and then they said, no, we're not doing this. You can see how not comfortable they were compared to their live streams, compared to other type of content that they've been releasing, like Instagram stories, Weavers updates, blogs, like even the vlogs on YouTube. They feel more comfortable doing 40-hour long vlogs on YouTube, which that is just edited, it's like hours and hours of vlogs. Um, they feel more comfortable in those than in the 30-second trying to be viral life goes on TikTok trend. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? Was it life goes on? It was permission to dance. It was I don't remember which other trends they were trying to do for a couple of months. I remember on TikTok, and then they said, "No, we're not doing this."
매일매일 올릴 순 없잖아요, 사진을.
We cannot upload photos every day. Oh, this is.
What do you mean they can't upload photos every day? I do these live streams 2 times a week, and sometimes I say there's just so much to talk about, especially when it comes to the photo updates, like the Instagram updates. What do you mean we can't upload photos every day? You already upload so many photos, and as someone who does BTS updates 2 times a week, it's just a lot. Do you guys know that for every single live stream, there's from 100 to 200 links? Each link can have multiple pictures. That's how many pictures BTS shares. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Do you remember when Jin said during his birthday live stream that it was a day off, right? The team decided that on the day they decided not to do rehearsal. So only those members who want to come should come.
And they still shared pictures during that.
It was Jin and Suga. But then Jin said that since for choreography, they have to think about like positions. So it was hard, just the two of them to do practice. So they didn't spend much time, and Suga and Jin decided to call it a day and went home early. And I think I saw some fans, quote unquote fans, like complaining, especially after the recent scandal going on, complain about how some members are slacking.
Come on, it was a free day. Why? You guys are not people. I think the ones complaining are the ones who treat BTS like robots. Nobody, nobody, and especially the people complaining, if you have the chance of having a free day of rehearsal, choosing it, like, it's crazy. Jin and Yoongi did it, but it's just because they personally wanted to. How can you complain about that? And they even shared the experience, like, as an anecdote, because it is an anecdote. Look, like, we were trying to practice together, but there were so many empty spaces because this was a free day of rehearsal and we still decided to come here. How can you complain about that? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Who the hell are these people? Korean K-pop stans who treat idols, who treat BTS like they are robots, who think that BTS should still work as a group, um, like the group they were back in 2017 or even 2013, when Namjoon was the only one with the most experience, and he could, like, scold them and tell them, like, you should do this, you should practice more. No, you're doing bad. Excuse me, these are 30-year-olds. They know what they're doing. Jungkook is the youngest, and at 28 years old, he had, like, an entire successful debut with Golden. He knows what he's doing. Everyone knows what they're doing. Namjoon doesn't need to lead any of the members in that particular way. And how can you make this cute anecdote of Jin and Yoongi going to rehearsals and rehearse by themselves? This negative thing, this complaint, I just don't understand. How can you make this beautiful memory, this beautiful anecdote, something so negative? I hate them. I hate these people. 4240.
있고 연습도 매일매일 하고 있고
And we're also filming stuff and we're practicing every day.
제가 정확하게 뭐가 어떻게 흘러가는지 지금 말씀드릴 수 없지 않습니까? 왜냐면 말씀드리면 재미가 없어요. 재미가 없고
And I cannot tell what exactly is happening and how things are flowing. I cannot tell you that right now because it wouldn't be fun if I told you. And yes, I completely agree with that.
제가
Of course it wouldn't be fun. Like, what do you want? Someone in the chat said that people want 24/7 content. Reminds me of that movie with Jim Carrey, who didn't know his whole life is broadcasted. Yes, what's it called? I watched it recently. But anyways, how can you want 24/7 content? That is, I love BTS, but that would be super boring, because the Truman Show, exactly. I don't want 24/7 content. That would be so boring, especially for the big moment of the comeback. Don't you want a little bit of anticipation? They are already sharing so much stuff, so many anecdotes, so many hints of the comeback, so many comeback pictures, practice, rehearsal pictures. They even, Namjoon and Jimin, even went live during a dance rehearsal. What more do you want? It would be so boring to know anything more, like anything else. It's enough. It's more than enough. They don't need to share anymore.
그거를 말해서도 안 되고
So it wouldn't be fun and I shouldn't be saying it anyway.
다만 어쨌든 모두가 고민이 많아요. 어떻게 해야 다음으로 잘 갈 것인가.
But anyway, everyone is thinking a lot. Like, how do we move forward?
He does mention some kind of disbandment word again, but it's not because it's actually the complete opposite of what people are trying to make it seem. Literally the complete opposite.
I have thought about this question. Then would it be better to disband? Would it really be better for us to stop being a team? Those thoughts, I have thought them tens of thousands of times.
근데 지금 팀을 지속하는 것은 저희끼리에 대한 사랑이 너무 있고 그 다음에
But continuing the team now is because we have so much love for each other.
이 지금 라이브를 또 보고 계시는 여러분에 대한 사랑과 존중이 있기 때문에
And also for the people who are watching this live now, for you all, because we love and respect you.
He's literally saying the complete. It's just ridiculous how people want to hear what they want to hear. Like the aunties want to hear what they want to hear. They share that those negative thoughts, and some baby armies just get scared. He's literally saying, with the way they received like all of these criticism comments, like all of these eyes on them, wouldn't it be better to just disband? It's too complicated, but they still decide to go through all of it because they love each other so much. He literally said they are continuing the group because of each other. Of course, he does mention ARMY, and I think our support is super important, and we still need to support them. It is a big part of the reason why they are continuing. But at the end of the day, if you really think about it, ARMY doesn't matter. They really need to do it for each other, and because they want to. That is why he's saying, at some point, he says, I don't like this moment of preparation and preparation. I want the comeback to happen. It's not. He's literally saying the complete opposite of what people are saying. No, that BTS wants to disband. They are literally saying the opposite. We don't want to disband. We want this so bad for each other, like for the music, for ARMY, for us, that even though in any other occasion, other groups maybe, they would have disbanded by now. If other groups that don't have the brotherhood that BTS has, the fame, the money, it wouldn't matter. They still wouldn't be able to stand all of this. The way the media talks about BTS 24/7, Namjoon is saying is too much. But they are still doing it because they are there for each other. They really want this comeback to happen. They really, really want this comeback to happen. And not just this comeback, because that's what also something that some people don't understand. No, they're just doing this comeback to make fans happy and then goodbye forever. Are you dumb? They wouldn't go to the military altogether if they're not thinking about longevity. They went all together so they can come back together and continue as BTS for many years. We continue seeing those clips, and literally today, some hours ago, a new clip of J-Hope dropped, of J-Hope saying, jokingly, we're trying to think of ways how we can continue until we're 50, 60. And they said, no, like jokingly, we should start a band. You start playing the drums. You start playing the guitar. You play the bass. So we can all continue. Like they're thinking of ways of continuing the group for decades. How can you misconstrue that? How can you not see the real purpose of why they went to the military together? Of why they're doing this comeback so fast, even though they don't need to? Of the jokes like that about like, let's make a band, because what is going to happen when we are old and we cannot dance? We need to continue the band. That's how they think. That's how they think. When we cannot dance, how can we continue? That's their mentality. And you're still thinking that this is their last comeback? You are crazy. BTS is forever, as you guys are saying. And they know it and they want that. Any other group, any other singers in their position, they would disband. But Namjoon is saying that would be the easy way, but we don't care about that. We care more about each other. We care more about the group. We care more about armies. That's why we continue. He literally said the opposite of what people are spreading out there.
사랑과 존중이 있기 때문이거든요.
It's because of that love and
그래서-
respect.
He had the
So he also talks about something that I think is so, so important. And I think this is a message. And this is just my interpretation. this is just my interpretation, that BTS wants all of us to stop thinking of them as a K-pop group. I've stopped doing that. Like, I'm still spreading the BTS are not K-pop agenda. And some people say, no, like BTS are so proud of it. And it's like, BTS is proud of being K-pop, representing K-pop because of one specific thing. The combination of all of the arts that Namjoon has been explaining all of these years. Yoongi also explained it. Like, they like representing K-pop because K-pop is this complex thing of not just music, but also visuals and dance and social media and all of this. That's the side of K-pop that they like. But the side of K-pop that they don't like is that they don't get to live. And they don't get to live lives of normal 30-year-olds. And here Namjoon explains that they need to live to make good music.
Creates things.
끌어가고 싶은 제 의지가 있잖아요. 근데
But anyway, since I'm
뭘
someone who creates things, I've always been between like freedom and responsibility, and I too have the desire to steer my own life.
하려면 침대에서 엉덩이 떼서 뭘 만들고 가서 싸우고 고민하고 노력하고 연습하기 전까지는 만들어지지가 않는데
But to do anything, you need to get out of bed and make something, go out and fight, think, push, and practice. Nothing gets made until you do that.
그리고 제 삶에서 제 개인사의 뒤편에서도 많은 일이 일어나고 있고 여러분들도 그렇잖아요. 그래서
And in my life, in my personal life, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Same for you. So
He's saying same for you, like same for the audience. What do you think, that nothing happens with their lives? That's crazy. They need things to happen in their lives in order for them to make music about real stuff. Or else, what do you want them to do? Like make like robotic music about nothing?
그러니까 뭐 제가 뭐 어떻게 여기서 뭐 저희 뭐 똑같으니까 여러분들은 좀 있어주시면 안 돼요? 저는 그런 말 못해요.
So I just cannot come here and say that, hey guys, we're all the same, so please stay for us. I cannot say things like that.
그럼 제가 그런 말
He may say that he cannot say that, but I'm staying. I don't care. And I like that he's saying this because I hope that with the comeback, we see a new kind of response from the audience. The reality of a human experience, because that is something that is lost in K-pop. And people may say, no, like, whatever. K-pop is like that. It's not very personal. And people may say, no, but what about this exception, this exception? Those are exceptions for a reason. K-pop is not personal. K-pop doesn't show anything of the artist's personal lives. And Namjoon is saying that he wants to have that in order to make good music. Like he explains in Indigo, you need to be a human before you do some art. He's being real, which is what BTS has always been. Exactly. But now I feel like with all of these complaints that no, yeah, you need to focus on the music, you need to focus on the comeback, and you need to get back to it and tell the other members that they should focus more on the album and more on the comeback. And it's like they need to live to make good music. What do you want them to write about? Nothing. Basically, some K-pop fans, that's what they want. They want nothingness music. They don't want real topics in their music. But it seems like with BTS, with this comeback, it is going to happen. Like there's going to be important messages that they want to share, because like 2-3 times already, they've been saying that what they expect the most is the reaction from armies. That's how big the message is going to be. So that is exciting. That is exciting because there is a real message that they are very excited to share. And to have that message, they need to live a little, you know? Um, living to make art. 109. He continues.
Hit-
Ah. I should have a premium account, but I don't. I don't have it here.
Live our own lives so that we can sing. So, what did he say? We have to live our own lives so that we can sing and make songs. Because if all we do is content, always standing in front of a camera and doing nothing behind it, then if you don't live a life, how can your song have any sense? And how can your words have meanings? You have to play, you have to live, and you have to experience things. A person has to live as a human being for good content. Wait, maybe good content? That sounds weird. So that's what he just said up till now.
저는 그래야 된다고 생각해요.
Anyway, that's what I believe.
And that is also what I believe. And I hope with this message, everyone just leave them alone, you know? Like they need to live to have the music is a priority to me. I want the good music. And in order for us to have the good music, they need to live. Super obvious. Nothing crazy, not a crazy thing to understand. So that's it. Oh, in more happy news, he does say that as part of living as well, is learning how to drive. Like even with that, like now he is finding ways of living like a normal person, and that is getting his driver's license.
저 면허 따고 있습니다.
All right, finally, it's good to see him smile, right? He says that I'm getting my driver's license. RM getting his driver's license.
네, 이거 말씀드리려고 했고
I wanted to tell you
나중에
that
보거든요.
I have my driving test soon.
제가 많은 걸 바꿔보려고 근데 이제 제가 개인적으로도 제가 32살 먹고 제 30살에 군대 갔죠.
I've been trying to change a lot of things. Personally, I'm 32 now. I went to the army at 30.
32살에 면허 학원 갔죠.
I
그러니까
went to driving school at 32. So
아 미치겠어요. 왜냐면
it's driving me
제
crazy.
사촌 동생도 하지 제 동생도 하지 남들이 다 20살 19살 때 하는 거를 저는 뭐 연예인이라고 뭐 일하다가 30살 32살에 하니까 이게
My cousin did it. My sibling did it, meaning they have driving license. Everyone does this at around 20, 19 years old. While I don't know, because I'm an entertainer or whatever, working, I end up doing it at 30, 32.
새삼 뭐라고 해야 될까요? 그냥 남들이 다 해간다는 그 평균 혹은 평범한 1인분을 한다라는 것이 얼마나 힘든 것인가에 대해서 되게 많이 느끼고 있고
So it really makes me feel just the idea of doing something that everyone else does at the average pace, how hard it is to simply live an average life. I feel
Do you guys see?
that a lot.
Sometimes with K-pop idols, the focus is always in one thing, dating. But I think it's more than that. It's about everything, like all of these experiences that you and I get to have, even the small ones, that they don't get to do because it's not idol like. There are so many relationship rumors out there that I genuinely don't report because I don't care about, because it's not music related. It's not even in a song. Like who cares? Why even try to debunk? Like why even report it? Why even share it? Why even try to figure it out? Like I don't care. It's not just about that. It's about all of these things that Namjoon is talking about. They need to live on their own without everyone just trying to get some content out of that. Not everything is content. They need to live in order for them to give us that content, to give us that music. So just let them live. It's whatever. And of course, this includes the driver's license. He's saying that even with the military stuff, he went to the military at 30 years old, which is not a normal age. He is basically saying that he is doing all of this in weird times because he is an idol. going to the military pretty late, getting his driver's license pretty late, even though his cousins, like younger people, they have already done that. But he doesn't have that experience of driving, something as simple as driving. So it's exceptionally abnormal because of their exemption law too. Exactly. And that exception law is because BTS are extraordinarily famous. They're not just famous. They're extraordinarily famous. So much so that there's a BTS law. That's how unique their experience is. But in moments like this, Namjoon just wants to find like just wants to live normal things that we all go through. Getting driver's license, stuff like that. Um oh, then this is also upsetting, and I'm sorry that I keep showing this moments, but we have to go through it. He at some point Namjoon does mention that there's too many comments asking for other members. And I just don't understand why people do this.
Also, on an individual member's life, asking for other members, it's not like I don't want to bring them. So I would appreciate it if you held back on that. If you're going to enter my live stream to watch me, and then ask for someone else, that hurts. Two things. One, it hurts me to see that he actually gets affected by those comments in the chat room, right? And then he feels hurt. 속상하죠. And two, is it a good thing that he's addressing this directly? Maybe it is.
Now, I'm going to say something interesting about Highboy's response there. Namjoon is calling out people asking for other members during his own live stream. And Highboy is saying, is it a good decision to Highboy is asking, is it a good decision of Namjoon to say this so directly? And I'm going to say my personal opinion, like the title of this live stream says, RM said facts and aunties are freaking out. In this case, I feel like I'm so proud of Namjoon of saying this so directly because this is not idol like. And I love that. I'm so tired of the same stuff. Like they have to do this, they have to sit this way, they have to act this way, they have to talk responsibly, they have to say this and that and not say this and that. And I'm just so tired. Yes, this is not very pretty of an idol. This is not something like this is a scandal. How can he say this? This would be this is not something that idols can say. Because how dare you go against your other members or go against your own fandom or whatever? And it's like good for Namjoon. I'm so proud that he's speaking out like this. A lot of us are so tired of these comments as well. I even included it in my how to be an army guide about Weaver's comments. Because we are tired of that. And I'm so glad that Namjoon is just he doesn't care about this idol persona anymore, or I guess just as much as before. He's just being more direct, and I like that. In my personal opinion, I like that he's being direct like this. I don't care about how idols are supposed to talk or what idols are not supposed to talk about or express. They should express like more responsibly. He's being completely honest and respectful and just speaking out his mind. He then says it in English because that is also a comment that gets asked by international fans. So it's not just like all of this live stream just happened because of Korean K-pop stans. It's also because of this.
자막으로 다 나왔겠죠. Guys, please don't look for anyone else. You just came to
Right. He really should say this in English. Because at least from my observation, it's usually international armies who write those things in the chat room.
Highboy is worried people will use it against him. I know he is, and that is also why BTS have been so like the opposite of direct, like more careful about their words and stuff like that. But like Namjoon says in this live stream himself, Namjoon says, people who are going to dislike me are going to dislike me. People who are going to use this against him are going to use anything against him. Is he supposed to be living his life and say everything like super carefully because of these people? No, Namjoon is finally saying, I don't care about that anymore. He's just going to say everything directly, and he does say it in this live stream. People who are going to hate him are going to hate him no matter what he says, no matter how he says it. So he's just going to say it directly. Finally, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy that this is finally happening. Like, you can please everyone, no point in trying. Exactly. He also even mentions another truth, another fact about the typical armies who just they say they leave, and then when a comeback happens, they are right there. They're always waiting for BTS, even though they pretend they're not.
Maybe people who used to like us and maybe drifted away, if we're doing well, they can come back.
그런 마음으로 할 거고요.
That's the mindset I have.
태양이 댓글 달았네.
Tail left the comments.
So yeah. He said another truth because so many people just complain. I feel like this is just personal opinion. I feel like this is the K-pop experience. Like, if you're a K-pop stan, you do this, period. You can complain like a million times. The moment a popular group like BTS releases a song that becomes popular, you don't care about anything that happened before. It doesn't matter. You're going to still follow them and listen to the song, because in the end, it's not about actually caring about stuff like this. It's about joining in a hate train, participating in the trending K-pop moment. And I'm glad that Namjoon knows that. Like, in the end, these losers are going to come back either way. So who cares about what they say right now? They're going to be listening to BTS later. Bandwagon, I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, that. Bandwagon nurse. And finally, let me show actually two more moments since I'm here commenting everything. At 1:13, he says something that I disagree with.
그냥 저는 절대 대단한 사람도 아니고
I'm not some great person.
제가 무슨 천재도 아니고요.
I'm not a
저는
genius.
사람들이 저를 항상 무슨 똑똑한 척 한다고 그러는데 어떤 사람들이 저는 똑똑한 척 한 적 없다고 생각해요. 왜냐면
People say I pretend to be smart, but I don't think I ever pretended to be smart
전 절대 제가 똑똑하다고 생각하지 않습니다.
because I never think I'm smart.
저보다 공부 잘하시는 분 훨씬 많고요.
There are so many people who study better than me,
저보다 아는 거 훨씬 많고요.
who know way more than me.
아시는 거 많으신 분들이 저보다 훨씬 많고요.
There are so many people far more knowledgeable than me,
근데 그래서 노력하는 거죠. 그래서
and that's why I try.
얘기도 해보고 물어도 보고 공부도 하고 그런 거잖아요.
I talk, I ask, I study.
제가 날 때부터 운전면허 갖고 태어납니까? 없으니까 지금 20살 때 못해서 22살 따고 있는 거잖아요.
So I wasn't born with a driver's license, so that's why I'm getting it at 32. Now,
So yeah, he says that he's not as smart, that he's still learning, that there's so many people who know more than him. But I think it's the same thing as always. Like when BTS says stuff like this, they genuinely say it because they are just humble people. In my video, basically, if you really think about it, in my video, my latest video about Namjoon, I forgot the name of my own video. Veracity Magazine videos. The boys that led BTS and K-pop to the world's stage. The title here is Messenger for Art. I kind of explained a little bit. I hope I explained it in like properly. Namjoon is probably the only real messenger for art in the entire K-pop industry. Not the only real artist. I explained it there, but the only messenger for art because of all of his speeches and all of this. Because he's genuinely so smart. Like from the beginning, all the members thought Namjoon has these ideas about music and life that we are going to follow that path. All of this happens because Namjoon is genuinely just so smart. Advocacy, exactly. He's the only one. Like I cannot think of anyone else. And that is because he is genuinely smart. But of course, a legend doesn't say they are a legend. A smart person doesn't say they're a smart person. Namjoon is the best spokesperson in the entirety of the K-pop industry. I'm even counting like CEOs, all kind of artists, rappers, like everyone. When it comes to the messages, as a spokesperson, Namjoon is just the best one out there. And that is because he's genuinely so smart. But like I mentioned, geniuses, legends don't say they're legends. And that's why BTS say like, no, like it's thanks to these other artists. Like it's thanks to these other artists that we are doing so well. And they mention like K-pop legendary artists. But they're just giving their respects and saying like, no, of course there are others that are doing what we're doing and doing it better. And we're not exceptional. But of course we all know that they are exceptional. Okay, in the final comment I have right here is how this comeback is actually, why are they taking so long on the comeback? Because genuinely, this is a bigger scale than ever. So
Shop with me vlog.
I just don't understand how people can complain about waiting just some months for the biggest comeback of BTS careers. Probably the biggest comeback in K-pop, period. Probably, I'm going to say it, probably the biggest comeback in music. In the music industry.
Have made you wait a long time. 송구합니다. Which is a stronger expression than saying I'm sorry.
어쩔 수 없어요. 저희가
I'm sorry, but it cannot be helped. We cannot help.
저희 이유가 있고
We have our
그다음에
reasons.
저희가 만족할 만한 거를 내놓기 전에는 저희도 저희의 컴백을 쉽게 할 수 없습니다. 왜냐면
And until we have something we're satisfied with, we cannot come back easily.
스케일도 있고 아시잖아요. 여러
Because
가지를 너무 많이 고려해야 된다는 거.
the scale is big. You know that. We have to consider so many things.
그래서 이렇게밖에 핑계가 될 수 없는 점 죄송하고요.
So I'm sorry that it sounds like excuses.
그러나 분명히 저희는 돌아올 것이고 그게 여러분의 마음에 들지 않는 형태일 수 있으나
But we will definitely come back, and it might not be in a form you like.
Interesting. We're going to come back and it may not be in a way you like. I love that. because it's once again this is just my interpretation. This is not overthinking. Like, I'm not trying to, put words in his mouth or anything, but this is just the way I see it. Forget about the K-pop image. Forget about it. They're going to have a comeback with interesting topics, personal topics, and it's going to be in a bigger scale and it's going to be different. And also the way he says, like, it may be in a way that you may not like. Maybe they're not going back to Korean TV music shows, or maybe they will, but not in the same way as before. So many armies, so many K-pop fans expect BTS to come back and do all of these K-pop things, but they may not do them. And I love that because they always do things differently and they find their own ways, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited for this album, and I'm excited for this album that is going to be in a bigger scale, like he is saying himself. So that is all the clips I have, but this doesn't end here
And as you know,
because we have some things. Let me see the chat. A survey? What is this? The survey, and maybe for Friday Live, Karen Weaver survey. Oh, there's a Weaver survey. Let's look at that right now. Apparently, guys, there's a Weaver survey right now that they just posted. Was it very loud? I'm so sorry. It was probably very, very loud, right? So sorry about that. Jump scare. I knew it. I knew it. So sorry. It was very, very loud. Okay, guys, look. But it is breaking news. First anniversary. We're celebrating the first anniversary of digital membership with the Digital Membership First Anniversary Survey event. We encourage your interest and participation in the survey event, and everyone is welcome to participate in the survey event, regardless of the digital membership subscription status. So even if you don't have a membership, you can still start the survey, complete the survey. It will be open until December 14th of 2025 at 11:59 p.m. There is an open comment box at the end where we can share feedback on lives. Hannah, I don't understand the second section. There is a section where you can talk about live comments. Oh, so we can, okay. Oh, I understand. Also, leave the same feedback on iTunes app or Play Store reviews. I get it. So your comment that you're going to leave here for the survey, please also leave it on the reviews of the Weavers app on iTunes and Play Store. On those reviews, the Weavers team are tech bros. This is the feedback they pay attention to. So please, we can help the overall live streams of BTS by completing the survey, leaving our messages there. I see comments disappearing so fast. And I think that is amazing because sometimes I'm about to report a comment on a live stream and then it disappears before I actually do. And that is because reports are working fast. with the repetitive comments of speak English, where is this member, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Sorry about the jump scare of the breaking news. That was very, very loud. Let's continue with Namjoon's live stream. After the live stream, of course, it became news again. Like, and he did anticipate it. He said on the live stream, this live stream may like go back against me. How's the saying? Like what he says may go back against him or something like that. So then he posted on Weavers. Doesn't exist. Well, it used to say, wait, this is not it. I keep doing this. Oh no, the link is broken and I cannot see it. Here. I think I made many armies tired with the live 2 days ago. I am sorry. He doesn't need to apologize. He's just speaking facts. That's my response. He says, I got so many messages from people worrying about me. I regret turning it on. I should have not done it. I just felt frustrated first. I'm sorry. Please look at me kindly, even just a little. I will just make music, practice choreography together, work hard on new content, sleep well, and live like that. I'm taking the driving test soon, and yesterday I put the practice sticker on and drove around all 4 courses. It was scary, no accidents happened though. And yesterday I watched the movie The Color of Pomegranate, and the interior of at my house is finally done. So I'm going back in after half a year. I'll show you later once everything's set up. And I took out the molds to make snow ducks, but unfortunately everything melted. Also, it's so cold, so please dress warmly and do not catch a cold. And that's it. And he shared this cute picture of a heart. I'm sure part of this apology was asked by the company. So I think Namjoon made it very clear to not speculate things like this, especially even High Boy said the first thing that everyone does, almost like a instant reaction. It has to be because of the company. And I just don't think we should be making like assumptions about everything, like why they do everything. Especially when Namjoon said, "Take my words as they are. Don't speculate anything else. We don't really know." And even then, I believe in Namjoon's words. This doesn't mean he backpedals. This to me sounds like an apology for inconvenience. Totally. This is also how I understand it. Um he's basically apologizing for making armies frustrated because let's be honest, we are in every way possible. The armies who were complaining are frustrated that they receive a response like this from Namjoon. And the armies who were not complaining, like us, for example, who were never complaining about lack of content or Namjoon not being a leader or wherever, we were not complaining, but this is still frustrating. So Namjoon is saying sorry for making us frustrated because it was frustrated for us. It was overwhelming, so much so that High Boy broke character and he stopped translating and started ranting. So he's apologizing. I feel like he's apologizing for that inconvenience. Um That's what I understood as well. And Jin responded, Namjoon is always rooting for you. And Namjoon says Kim Seok Jin is the best. So it all ended with a very happy ending actually, because after this there were also a lot of projects made by Army as a response. Um oh, look at these TikTok armies actually. It says TikTok armies made the most sense, at least on my FYP. I also saw these on my FYP on TikTok. So this one, for example, says, oh my goodness, so loud. Did y'all forget that BTS planned their enlistment to be as short as possible so they could come back together as a group sooner? And you'll still have the audacity to complain about no content and certain members aren't working as hard when we've been fed solo project after solo project the entirety of chapter 2. Also, I have to say this. It's better for everybody, including us armies, to have this comeback in March or even a little bit later. Because if this comeback happened within this year, let's say now, December of this year of 2025, guys, I'm going to be completely honest. We're not ready. We're not ready for the comeback. We're getting ready for the comeback. Like that's why I showed at the beginning of the live stream, I show our priorities, which is we need to get back to streaming certain songs. We need to train the algorithm on YouTube. We have not completed doing that. We have not trained the algorithm fully. We still have not done it. We need to do it. Our fundraisers, we don't have enough money. We are doing well, yes. We are doing well, like our goals and all of that, but we still have not collected enough money. We need this time to complete our missions. We need this time to save that money, to train the YouTube algorithm, to prepare for possible changes in the Billboard charts, possible changes on streaming platforms. We need this time to prepare. If the comeback was right now, we would not make it. We're just not ready. So this is good for everybody. We still have time and we have all of our projects and we are doing our comeback projects, but we're still preparing, we're still working on it. So this is good for everybody. This other one says some armies are really funny. Namjoon says, I'm having a good time with the members and I'm excited about this comeback and happy we're together as a group. Some of y'all can't believe 2026 is the last comeback ever. And they are disbanding next week. I fear it's like y'all really want BTS to disband at this point. Oh my God, y'all chill. Literally, I don't care about the antis. They're going to start saying stuff like that all the time. But especially if you're a baby army, don't believe in stuff like that. Look at the real sources, look at the real translations, and just take BTS's words as they are. Don't speculate anything. Look at this other one. The audacity of people asking Namjoon, why did BTS waste 2025? Because they feel entitled to the boys' time. Mind you, BTS enlisted mostly all at once to ensure a shorter group enlistment period, with 2 members coming back early and touring/doing activities immediately. As a whole, immediately diving into music, plus album/world tour preparations, when they could have used the time to rest, and it is still not being enough for people. Exactly, because the realistic thing for anyone else to do would be, okay, we want to continue with the group for years and years and years. We still need like at least 1 year to prepare mentally, to rest, to do other things. But no, instead they were discharged from the military and immediately started working on that album. And you still want more? Like, that's crazy. So yeah, those were some TikToks that were going that were happening. And here are some very positive projects. I hope everyone can join. This is a letter from Global Army to BTS. It says, spread this message on other platforms, mainly on Weavers. Send all love to BTS. Hashtag waiting for you, BTS. Listen to this phrase very closely, waiting for you, BTS. Armies are doing like a new project related to Ampangman that I will talk about soon. But because Namjoon talked about this common phrase of like waiting for them, waiting for the comeback. Of course, we're going to wait for the comeback. We're all waiting for the comeback, and we are okay waiting. So Ampangman has the line that says "waiting for you, Ampangman." So this is kind of like our response, waiting for you, BTS. And this is the letter. You can share this. This is the English translation, but I would suggest sharing this more than the other one because it's in Korean and they can read it. I'm going to read just a little bit. It says, Dear BTS, from every corner of the world, we as ARMY want to convey this message from our hearts to you. These past years, we waited with trust, love, and patience. It wasn't easy seeing the ones we love so deeply being separated during this time. But now seeing you together again fills us with joy that words can barely describe. After everything you've gone through, after all the roads you've walked separately and together, you return as seven, and that alone is something we hold closely and cherish deeply. So that is a little bit of the letter. Please share it on Weavers. Look how Weavers looks with the letter. Everyone's sharing the letter. If we all share the letter like massively, they will read it at some point. Like one of the members or more than one of the members are going to read it at some point. So please do share it on Weavers. Here's another video. So many posts with the letter. So please share the letter on Weavers. And we also have some events. This was circulating on hashtag Run Army chat on Weavers. So this is just some Weavers events that are happening. For example, on December 10th, we have hashtag Also Crafty Army. Share any Bangtan inspired craft or DIY. On December 17th, we have Bangtan Sing Along. Share clips of Army singing or your favorite BTS vocal moments. December 24th, Bangtan Holidays. Show your holiday decor or festive Army setups. December 31st, Army Year in Review. Share your favorite Army moments of the year and stuff like that. We have from December 10th to February 25th. So I think this is really fun. We can all join. May, thank you so much. About comeback in 2025. Not to mention that getting your body ready for the dances they do takes time. It's not even physically healthy to go hard so fast. Exactly. They have not danced and sung like seriously, like at the regular pace during a comeback for years. They have to prepare mentally and physically. So it would be just unrealistic in every single way for them to come back so soon. And to give us all of this content, I want to be surprised. And more than anything, I want BTS to have a big comeback. The real definition of a comeback, not the K-pop definition. The real definition of a comeback is a big moment of music being shared after years and years. And that is what they're going to do. They're going to have their big moment. And for that, they need to be prepared, rest, mentally and physically ready. here's another project. This person started it with this tweet. It says, "What if instead of expecting BTS to post and entertain us, we start uploading mini vlogs or pictures to Weavers? We will have a variety of things like a variety show, art, cooking, music, day in the life. We just upload something we want to show BTS and call it Run Army." So this is a project right now, guys. Do you guys remember that at the beginning? Let me wait a second. This is page 33. So at the beginning, I showed the Run BTS project that is going to be on January 1st. And I think this is amazing because we are doing this project about Run BTS the song, but this is a project about um Run BTS the variety show. But in this case, it's not going to be Run BTS, it's going to be Run Army. So here is a little bit of the project. What is Run Army? It's our very own variety show for Bangtan done in the form of videos and pictures so they can have something to watch instead of the other way around. Come on, guys. BTS give us so much content. Let's give them content. I think this is very fun. Um, you can follow these Weavers event map with these hashtags. But you don't necessarily need to follow these dates. Do it every single day. Post as if it's like just your daily life with BTS, listening to music. It's our own variety show. Your challenge, if you're willing to accept it, is to post something every day for them and tag hashtag Run Army. So, guys, please let's join Run Army project on Weavers specifically because this is the platform where BTS is. They are on Weavers. They search for Army messages on Weavers. So let's do this on Weavers specifically. Our very own fandom variety show for Bangtan so we can provide them with content and support instead of the other way around for once. How to participate. Take a picture or a video of any activity, cooking, gym, painting, etc. and share it on Weavers using the hashtag RunArmy. Like all posts with the same hashtag to boost them up. Yes, also remember to like other people's posts so they get to see it. Uh, so BTS gets to see it. Share your posts link underneath this post so other armies can see. And just a reminder that there is a rumor that we're supposedly posting on Tuesdays. This is not true. It's a daily challenge. So just post every day. Anything really. You don't have to do it daily, but that is the goal. And yes, there is only one creator, and this person. It all started because of this account. HYIH Deng. HYIH Deng. So there is a special new account dedicated to this. It's called Run Army Project. It's on Twitter at Run Army Project. Follow it. There's a lot of posts there that I would suggest you um, click on it, click on them, and give them a like. Look at this. Me from now on, heading to Weavers to overshare my daily life while spreading love to my BTS members. So that is basically what we need to do. Overshare your lives on Weavers. And it's just very fun. Here are some examples. Just a little message to Namjoon with some videos that you take personally. Bird watching, some birds. So really you can post anything. And it's a daily challenge. You don't have to do it every day, but that's the goal. So BTS's feeds on Weavers are full of armies being happy and just waiting for them in happy ways instead of the negative comments. coming back from my math class while listening to I Need You. See, this is super easy. You just share that you're listening to BTS, and you don't even need to share like a picture of your face, just a picture like this is fine. And look, this person is listening to I Need You um, on their way to class. Also sharing playlist, BCD, daily missions, and more examples like that. Look at this. Oh, I would, if I see this on Weavers, I would immediately like it. I love these cooking videos. Looks so good. So yeah, these are like a recipe, homework, working out, working. What is this? Oh, decoration, like decorating your phones, anything really. So remember, guys, run army. And I love the logo as well. Look at it. Run army. So, so beautiful. Of course, it goes with Run BTS logo. Here's another project. This post says, I've been tagged quite a bit in this post, and as much as I would love to help organize a full project with it, I'm really working on group project right now. Anyways, I've had to. This is an army project about driver's license celebration. You're invited to Kim Namjoon's driver's license celebration. When Namjoon tells Army he has gotten his driver's license, let's chart his song Nuts on iTunes. Hashtag he a pro rider. Who driver? Get it? Because he a pro rider. He a pro driver. We love it. So yeah, we're charting Nuts by Namjoon. We're not charting Nuts by Namjoon. We're charting the song Nuts by the singer Namjoon. You guys know what I mean. What I mean. Um. Oh, I wanted to. No, I missed the comment. Anyways. This is the Ampangman project that I talked about. So, because the hashtag is waiting for you BTS, sounds like the song Waiting for You Ampangman by BTS. So, let's let BTS know we love them and will always wait for them. A Stream Life Goes On and Buy Ampangman, both versions. Look at this. iTunes, Amazon, Qbus, waiting for our Ampangman. Recharge Life Goes On and Stream Life Goes on Apple Music and Spotify, and buy Ampangman on iTunes, Amazon, and Qbus. This is December 8th, 2026. That was the project that happened yesterday. And here are the results. This was immediately after. Oh, it's not charging. Oh, this is on BTS BCD app. Everyone, we're hosting our first buying party in the forum. Go buy Ampangman on iTunes and link your proof here. So this was all organized very, very quickly. And it worked. Ampangman has reached a new peak at #1 on worldwide and European iTunes song chart 7 years after release. You can see it right here. BTS Ampangman is at #1 on worldwide iTunes song chart and also on the European iTunes song chart #1. That is one thing. Anpan Man by BTS has now reached number one in 75 countries on iTunes chart. 75 countries. And we also have this. Anpan Man by BTS is still charting on US Amazon bestsellers, all genres at number 7. It's the 7 again. So yeah, you can see it right here, Anpan Man. And there's more. BTS's Anpan Man from the album Love Yourself Tear 2018 scores a second day atop the worldwide and European iTunes song charts after reaching number 1 for the very first time since its release 7 years ago. It also reached number 1 on US and UK iTunes for the very first time, and only K-pop boy group to reach number 1 on US iTunes in 2025. So just as a response to this entire thing, ARMY's made Anpan Man reached this number 1 position after all of these years. Actually, even when they released the album, it was not a number 1 on iTunes. So, right? That's what I read. Yeah, it reached number 1 on the US and UK iTunes for the very first time. Anpan Man by BTS spent its 3rd consecutive day at number 1 on both worldwide and European iTunes song charts. So for 3 days, it has been charting. 3rd day. So amazing. I love the way we respond to everything. We just do these projects. And I love that we actually make them work. We actually make these projects work. Anpan Man is the number 1 song on iTunes, guys, worldwide. Bora, are these projects a good topic for a video essay? You know what? Yes. Like the way you are right. How we decide to like have a comeback moment for random songs when we want to. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. I will write it down. Okay, let's continue because there's still a lot and we're almost at 3 hours. But I told you guys, I'm so sorry if it's super late for you, but today is going to be a very long live stream because Thursday, it was for Jin's birthday. So let's see Namjoon's Instagram stories. So Namjoon shared this video of the snow, and that actually, he also shared a picture about like snowing and all of that. And there's another project because of that. There's another ARMY project as a response to these pictures by Namjoon. He also shared this picture. Seems like producing something. This cute Christmas tree with the bears over there. And I just find it hilarious that in the end, he and Jungkook decided to just go take dinner, and that looks delicious. Now I want some, actually. Here's an update. This is Kim Ji-sok. He's an actor, and he shared pictures with Namjoon. Namjoon is right there. There's another one. And he is over there as well. Now, this is the post that made ARMYs create another project. Another project for BTS. So this is Namjoon. So do you see this picture? How it has these like drops of water, but they are frozen. It's snowing. So he shared all of these pictures. and his hair. He's doing his hair. Okay, so this second picture, an army asked about this picture on icicles, exactly. An army asked about this picture on Weavers. They said, Namjoon, what's that icicle on your back? I'm so curious. And Namjoon responds, I was walking by and saw some student carrying an icicle on their back. So I thought, oh, it must be a new type of accessory. Like, what is this? Balenciaga? That's so cool. I should buy one. Then I looked closer and water was dripping from it. So I got shocked and took a picture. So, because of that, armies on Weavers simultaneously posted photos of little hearts for Namjoon. Wait, no, this is because, sorry, I mixed them up. It's not because of the icicles, it's because of the. Let me share it. I mixed them up. Because of this. Because of this picture, I also thought that part, yes, I also thought it was the bag. This Weaver's post made this some kind of project by armies. Armies started sharing these hearts as a reference to this picture by Namjoon because of his letter. Exactly, the heart. Look at all of these posts on Weavers. I think we can still post pictures like this on Weavers, part of this project. Let me just go back. Okay, so that is all for Namjoon. Now we finally move on to next member, Jin. Yes, we need to see Tay singing. I know we have it. We have everything, and I'm going to go through everything. So hopefully it's not too late for you. This is Ransok Jin episode tour encore, behind the scenes revealed. Of course, it just keeps saying that YouTube is blocked, and I just don't get it.
오케이, let's go. 한 바퀴 하면서 한번 맛 좀 보자. 오랜만에 맛 좀 보자. 어떤 느낌이었는지.
So this is, for example, one of the things that I've mentioned. There's so much content. It's crazy that people are saying that there's not enough content because I love BTS episodes. They are probably my favorite type of content, even more than Bangtan Bombs. I love the behind the scenes BTS episodes, and I still have not been able to watch this one. It's 44 minutes, and it's from Rangsuk Jin episode tour encore. I saw clips on TikTok though. There's Jungkook, and J-Hope is also there.
그죠? 한 2분은 더 뛴 것 같아요. 그러니까 제가 분위기 사그라드는 구간에는 거기
Here's J-Hope.
빨다.
맞아 바로 땡깁니다. 때를 던졌다. 던졌다. 팍팍.
There, J-Hope says that it was a little bit harder than he expected, like the Super Tuna dance. What is the difference between Bangtan Bomb and BTS episode? A Bangtan Bomb is usually less than 5 minutes, and it's about something very random. A Bangtan Bomb can be BTS literally eating a hamburger, and that's it. They eat a hamburger for 2 entire minutes, or they have like a random conversation, or they are doing their hair. But it's something very specific, and it's a very short video. A BTS episode is, like it says, an entire episode, usually 40 minutes of behind the scenes content of one particular event. So there's an episode for the BBMAs 2019. There's a BTS episode for the Grammys 2022 and stuff like that, or 2021. But yeah, the Bangtan Bombs is more like something small, something a cute little video that it wouldn't fit on a big vlog. Let's put it that way. So just a reminder, Ransok Jin episode tour, the movie, global tickets are now on sale, and this is the main trailer.
도전. 우리 아미와
I'm starting another challenge with ARMY.
함께하는 또 한 번의 도전. 브란석진의 비투어가 시작됐습니다.
Ransok Jin episode tour has begun. Until the day I meet every ARMY. Yeah, we have the official trailer, and you can get your tickets now.
이 맛에 공연을 하는구나 생각이 들었어. 결국에는 그 환호성을 받기 위해
This is why he performs. It's the roar of the crowd. Beautiful, beautiful. Wuto also shared some pictures. Wuto's account from Ransok Jin episode tour encore. Not encore. This is from all over Dallas, Tampa. Yeah, more behind the scenes pictures from the concerts, from the entire tour. This is so cute. Look. That's funny. Jin also posted on Weavers something that I found funny. He said, I took selfies, but since they turned out so bad, I wasn't going to post them. But as I kept looking at them, they seemed funny. So I decided to share it with ARMYs. According to Kim Seok-jin, these are funny pictures of him. Goodbye. I'm leaving. Face card never declined. Exactly. This is like a Seokjin is saying, "Ugh, I hate these pictures. Like these are bad pictures of me." But then he looked at them more and he said, "You know what? This is kind of funny. I'm going to share it with ARMY." What do you mean? What do you mean? Is this his bad? Yes, this is according to him. This is his bad pictures. These are his funny pictures, funny looking pictures of him. But yeah, that is because he's worldwide handsome. WWH. Now we have these pictures for Fred, global ambassador. Okay, cute. These are new pictures that we just got. Look at all of these presents. Now, let's continue. We have a Yoongi update. Finally, guys. Yoongi update, finally. So let's see this. This is Suga's special message for the children performing at the Shining Minds concert. I talked about this before. There was going to be a concert with all of the kids. Yoongi taught music to these kids, and now those kids are performing. And Yoongi shared a message. He said, let's look at the video first a little bit. Oh, he looks so beautiful.
기쁘고 뿌듯한 소식을 듣고 인사 전해드립니다. 먼저 우리 밴드 멤버들에게 전하고 싶은 말이 있습니다. 초등부 건우, 예린이, 지안이, 도현이, 그리고 고등부 원우, 시안이. 다들 잘 지내고 있지? 민쌤이야. 다들 그동안 연습하느라 정말
His little smile, his little laugh.
수고 많았다. 무대에 서는 게 조금 떨릴 수는 있겠지만 우리가 같이 악기 연주했던 날들을 생각하면 선생님은 걱정이 없어.
So let's read the translation. Mine band members Upon hearing the joyful and proud news that you will be standing on stage to perform, I'm sending this heartfelt message to you. First, there is something I want to say to our dear band members, elementary school members, Gosu, Yerim, Yihan, Doyun, and high school members, Wonun, Sihan. How have you all been? This is Teacher Min speaking. I can't. This is Teacher Min speaking. Super Alternative One, thank you so much. A Bangtan Bomb is TikTok before it existed. Yes, you're so right. A Bangtan Bomb is a TikTok before TikTok existed, and that's what we mean. That's what I mean by BTS just making trends every single time. They do things their own way. So he said, Yoongi is specifically talking to the students. This is Teacher Min speaking. Thank you for all the effort you have put into your practice until now. You may feel a little nervous when you step onto the stage, but when I remember the days we spent playing our instruments together, my heart feels at ease and full of trust in you. I have not yet had the chance to meet Sung Yoon and Yoon Suk in person. I'm guessing those are new students. But I have heard how sincerely and wholeheartedly you have been practicing. He even had a moment to congratulate those students that he didn't even met. When I picture Mind Band enjoying the performance on stage with all your heart, I cannot help but feel excited and happy as well. From now on, may you contribute to broaden your wonderful dreams through music. Please know that your teacher will always be by your side, cheering you on with warmth and affection. For this performance, a band with whom I share deep connection will be joining as a session band. Shin Won, the bandmaster, Jin Han on drums, John Jun on bass, and Chang Hyun on keyboard. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for kindly giving your precious time to be part of this concert. Warmest thanks are also extended to Dr. Chon, Director Kan Hon Chul, the hospital director, Director of External Cooperation, Lee Sang-il, and all the teams who have offered such generous support, as well as everyone who devoted themselves to preparing this performance. From the heart, congratulations on Mind Band's founding concert. May today's performance be the beautiful beginning of a journey where Mind Band and all of you share your hearts through music, feeling every step ahead with gentle courage and inspiring warmth. To everyone who has walked together on this meaningful journey, thank you deeply. It would bring great happiness if you would continue to watch over Mind Band with loving support and warm applause all the way along the path they will open. Mind Band fighting. Let's see that moment.
응원과 박수 보내주시면 좋겠습니다. 마이드밴드 화이팅!
That was so cute. And that was such a beautiful speech as well. Because he directed it. He was speaking to the kids the entire time. Min Yoongi. Oh, this is his laugh moment.
잘 지내고 있지? 쌤이야. 다들 그동안 연습하느라 정말 수고 많아. 다들 잘 지내?
Oh, Min Yoongi. Now, I wanted to share this video. This person was actually there, so they took it. Diana. I found it funny because look at this.
음악으로 소통했다. 마이드밴드 친구들이
Because his pants are kind of like the same color as the background, it looks like he is floating. When I watched this, I genuinely thought that it was just like that was the actual background, and the video was just of Yoongi, like a hologram exactly. So Yoongi is floating like an angel. Exactly.
그리고 고등부 원우 시안이. 다들 잘 지내고 있지? 민세.
It looks like it. But no, right there, there are his pants. Denise, thank you so so much. Ming Pookie keeps killing us. Plus, he sent musicians. Yes, he even mentioned the names of all the musicians that participated, and he said thanks to them for participating. Wait, where is my here? Okay. So yeah, I just thought this was funny because it looks like he's floating. I mean, he's always floating in my mind. Oh, wait. Also, I've seen videos already of people I've seen posts of people sharing videos with the kids' faces. But here is someone who attended the concert and said the concert was amazing, guys. The kids were so so cute and you could tell they worked so hard for this. Also, please be mindful about sharing videos or pictures of the kids. The MC explicitly asked us not to share on social media. So please, I've also seen videos, the majority of them are just blurred, but just don't share pictures of the kids, it's not necessary. But yeah, I find this absolutely beautiful that they get to do this concert. Yoongi's students get to do this concert. And yes, those videos with the kids should be taken down. So report them if you see them. Okay, let's continue. J-Hope attended the Louis Vuitton Visionary Journeys event in Seoul. So here are some videos and pictures. Rare music related pieces by Louis Vuitton take focus in the music room, illuminating the house's long standing connection to sound and culture shaped over more than a century of history. So there is J Hope looking at the Louis Vuitton pieces. And here's a little video by WWD Japan. Oh. Look at his face. That's so cute. Look at him. ¿Quieres salir? ¿Quieres salir? I think the dog wants to go out. So, Border Dog doesn't want to go out. Oh, here. Okay. Oh yeah. Someone asked Denise, Bora Dog, do you still have the puppies? So, like I mentioned, the puppies are not ours. We're just babysitting. And now they have been adopted. Not all of them. There were 9, you guys remember? So 5 of them have been adopted. So now there's only 4 more. And now the house is a lot more peaceful because now they're gone. I say goodbye to them every time that they get adopted by a new family. But yeah, we're still my family member who is the owner of the dog that family member is the one finding the families and all of that. But we're all taking care of the puppies. Bora Dog wants to see the updates. I think so because Bora Dog is telling me something, but they don't want to go out. Do you want to go out? ¿No quiere salir? No quiere salir. Anyways, here's some pictures. The red carpet. Is it a red carpet? It's more like a picture background. Louis Vuitton Visionary Journeys. Here's a little interview for Mary Claire.
대기업이야. 나는 지금 루이비통 비저너리 전이 서울에 나와 있어. 이곳에서 루이비통의 모든 것을 볼 수 있어.
So I have clips translating that, but first let's look at the pictures. This is a picture shared by J-Hope on his Instagram story. And on his Instagram posts, he has this human made pictures. And he also shared this from the Louis Vuitton event. That is so cool. Like I'm not into like LV bags, like actual Louis Vuitton bags or any of that, but this looks very, very cool. Look at this. All of those bags. It's like an art piece. Like outfits and decorations, a selfie. Ooh. Looks like cookies. And his shoes. These are J-Hope's Instagram stories with other idols and the video, well, pictures. Okay. That is I guess that was not translation for that then. Never mind. We have here Namjoon's. Now I'm thinking about Namjoon. J-Hope's pictures for L. Some behind the scenes pictures. Look at this picture. It's not a behind the scenes picture, it's an actual picture. But look at this. This is I'm changing my wall screen. I'm changing my background, like the background of my computer. Look at this beautiful picture. Come on. No, you know what? This is my background picture now. Actually, it's this one. I'm changing it to this one. Come. What else? No, it's every single time. Like, I'm going to look at this. These are amazing pictures. Okay, this is a cute one. Profile picture. A profile picture is always good on J-Hope. Cute, cute. I like it with the house over there. Absolutely insanity. Look at this. Every time. I was just going to scroll through these pictures, but I can't. I need to stop and look at them. And look at his tattoo. We can see his tattoo over there. I love this outfit. I'm going to have a hard time choosing just one picture for my background screen. Cute. Oh, wow. He always looks good in photo shoots. Like he knows how to pose. He knows his fashion, you know. I really like this one with the bread. I love it with the tie and everything. Okay, cute, 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 cute. A little bit of cleavage. Oh, cute. Oh, he's flying. He's literally flying. Yeah, those are all the pictures. I love this photo shoot. This one's crazy. Yep, yep. He used a trampoline. Yeah, that is why he's flying. Okay, so this is the interview with some clips that I have. It says, from today, my dream is J Hope's trampoline. His tidying routine, um, the year end playlist he personally selected, and the special moments that touch his heart every year. Check it out right now on El Korea's YouTube. So, yes, there's a new interview video of J Hope for Elle Magazine. Even though it's winter, I'm not cold at all. It's because I'm with Sunshine Hobbies video. The star of Elle's last cover of the year, the December special edition is BTS's J-Hope. So let's see some clips of that. First, he recommended a playlist. No, Elle asked, recommend a playlist for us, J-Hope. And J-Hope responded, La Perla by Rosalia, the entire album recommendation. Swag 2 by Justin Bieber, song Everything Hallelujah. Who Knows by Daniel Caesar. Another clip. Here's a question. It says, any funny conversations with BTS members about your distant future? And this is what I talked about during Namjoon's live stream. J-Hope said, we joke about things like, hey, how long are we going to dance? How long do we have to keep dancing? Let's start a band when we are in our 50s or 60s. Everyone, pick up an instrument. Start learning now. One on bass, one on drums, one on keyboard. We talk like that a lot. Let's be a band. Band is the answer. So that's what I.
누구는 드럼, 누구는 키보드 그런 소리를 많이 하죠. 예. 밴드 하자. 밴드가 답이다.
Wait.
예. 밴드 하자. 밴드. 악기 하나 다루자. 지금부터 악기 해놔라. 뭐 누구는 베이스, 누구는 드럼, 누구는 키보드 그런 소리를 많이 하죠. 예.
This is what I mentioned earlier. BTS like have this mindset of the future, that they want to be together in the future, so they're finding like different ways of creating music that way. So when it comes to a point when they're 50, 60 and they cannot dance, what can they do? And they joke, right, about you know what? Band is the answer. So we should just start learning how to play an instrument, each of us. So start learning now. So when we are in our 60s, we can start a band. That's how we continue. This is so, so cute. Another question says, any plans for end of the year? And Jacob says, I'm preparing for the BTS album now. So I think I'll be focusing on that. It's holidays. I should be with my family, but BTS album is important. I do what I have to do. I'll be working hard on it. So yes, they are preparing, especially during these days, they're still preparing for the album, the comeback, and all of that. Not serious, but serious. Yeah. I'm guessing that the serious part is that they are thinking about their future. The not serious stuff is that, you know what, everyone, pick an instrument. Start learning now. So they're half joking, half actually thinking about it. Okay, let's see some charts very quickly. Before we continue with Taeyong's live stream and Jungkook's magazine cover, because oh my goodness, those magazine covers. So this is how we're doing on global Spotify daily top songs charts. We have Don't Say You Love Me, Who, Seven, Spaghetti, and Winterhead. As always, let's continue with the BCD mission so we can maintain all of these songs and even increase them. On global Spotify daily tops artist chart, we have BTS, and Jungkook has re-entered the daily artist chart. Jungkook was not there before, but now he's back there. He's back on the list. He's back on the chart. So BTS at 63 and Jungkook at 188. Let's see weekly top artists global. BTS is at 60 when it comes to weekly charts. And albums, we have Proof, Golden, Echo, and Muse. So probably because people are streaming Golden a lot, then he's back on the artist chart. And Billboard Global 200, we have Spaghetti, Don't Say You Love Me, and Seven. And on the Billboard Global, excluding the US, we have Spaghetti, Don't Say You Love Me, Seven, and Who. So let's continue streaming those. Remember that we still have the remixes for Spaghetti and different versions of Spaghetti. So Jimin's Muse and BTS Proof officially ranks in top 10 of Billboard year-end World Albums chart list at number 3 and number 10 respectively. So this is year-end chart from Billboard. And they made it. That's crazy. Jimin with Muse, an album from last year, and Proof by BTS, number 10. This is an album from 2022. So it's crazy that it's still in the top 10. Even without a comeback since 2022, Rolling Stone recognizes BTS's highly anticipated return as a defining moment for K-pop in 2025. That is also crazy. They made a list, Rolling Stone made a list of all like moments, like defining moments of K-pop in 2025. And of course, they mentioned actual comebacks. This artist, this movie, this artist, this artist. And then they mentioned BTS just because people are anticipating their comeback, even though they haven't released an actual comeback yet. Becca, thank you so much. Bora, I've been watching your live since you started. Thank you. Always supporting the Tannies and helping Army stay informed. Thank you so much, Becca. And as you can see, I have my new setup. Have my new setup here with starting soon and different things here and there. So I'm changing things up. I have new music and I hope the live streams get better and better, especially for 2026. and also the videos, because I'm very excited with all the videos I'm preparing now for 2026. So please stay tuned. Um, Now I'm doing like this Christmas theme a little bit, but I'm preparing things and I'm very excited for that. But I do say that a lot, don't I? Christmas theme elevator music. Yes. Didn't you hear? See, I have my elevator music, but Christmas theme. And I have other elevator musics, elevator songs. Okay. Let's continue. It is, oh my goodness. Helena, go to sleep. What do you mean it's 3:38 a.m. there? We're getting closer and closer to the end of everything. It's just that today is going to be, like I mentioned, a long live stream because we celebrated Jen's birthday last week. So I couldn't do regular updates. Boy in Love has surpassed 300 million streams on Spotify. They're 46th. I can't say that. That's crazy of the English language. 46th. Their 46th song to do so. Congratulations, BTS. Billboard Japan year end 2025. So this is Japan. Artist 100, we have Jin and Jimin. Hot 100, we have Who by Jimin. Streaming songs, we have Who and Don't Say You Love Me. Hot albums, we have Muse. Streaming albums, Muse. Download albums, Echo. And top album sales, Echo. That is Jimin and Jin outselling everyone else in Japan. And here is a recap of BTS on Billboard's 2025 year-end charts. Look at all of this. Year-end Global 200, year-end Global 200 artists, excluding the US. Look at all of this. So many mentions. Happy by Jin, Muse by Jimin, Proof by BTS, Killing It Girl by J-Hope. J-Hope is also on the year-end global excluding US artists with Jungkook, Jin, and Jimin. Yeah, very, very exciting. Those are our year-end results. Here are some achievements by Jin. Jin has won the MTV Japan Korean Mix Monthly Charts 2025 Top 10 voting. Don't Say You Love Me music video will be broadcasted on MTV Japan. Amazing for all of the Japanese armies who voted. Jin's official entries on Billboard Japan year-end charts. We know Jin and Japanese charts go very well together. Download albums for Echo, Artist 100, Jin, top album sales Echo. Amazing. Those are on the year-end charts. Don't Say You Love Me is now the 9th longest charting song by K-Soloist on Billboard Global 200, surpassing Left and Right by Charlie Puth and Jungkook. Amazing. Don't Say You Love Me, breaking it as always. Congratulations, Jin. Jin is number 71 on the Billboard Global 200 Artist Year-End 2025 chart. So that is all when it comes to Jin. Now, there is an anniversary celebration. 4 years ago today, Juice WRLD and Suga dropped the unforgettable masterpiece, Girl of My Dreams, a song that still feels magical. My sister loves this song. I really, really like this song, which actually my sister said, this is not your type of song. You're probably not going to like it. But I said, I actually genuinely do love this song. But my sister loves this song so, so much. Girl of My Dreams. The second collaboration of BTS with Juice WRLD. The first one is All Night. Another amazing song. So yeah, 4 years of that. 4 years. Jimin has the most streamed song, Who, album, news, and he was the most streamed artist on Spotify Korea in 2025. So that is Spotify Korea. Okay, this was also very, very cute. Jimin posted, I asked Jin Hyun the recipe over the phone, bought the ingredients, and tried my hand at it. Look at this. It looks so, so delicious. Jin responded, You did well. So a little interaction there. Um, Jimin then responded, Thank you, Hyun, Jin. And Namjoon said, Let me try it next time. And Jimin said, Should be possible tomorrow after practice. But the issue is, I ate it all. I have to run tomorrow, Namjoon. That is funny. So Jimin ended up eating it all. Eat it up. Spaghetti, eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it up. Okay. How do you say this? Ador. But what about the L? It says lador. But in Korean, it says ador. But there's an L there. So lador. Lador posted this video. And come on, we already know who it is. It says who. We already know who it is. Everyone guessed it was Jimin. And we have these billboards now. Jimin's Lador billboard ad is already displaying in Lador Songsu branch in Seoul. So yeah, it is official basically because of these billboards that Jimin is going to be the brand ambassador of Lador. Now, what is Lador? Does anyone know? I haven't had the time to check it out to search. Who is my heart waiting for? Exactly. Hair. Oh, it's hair care product. Interesting. I kind of see it. It's giving a little bit of hair product. I see it. I see it. Okay. Who watched Are You Sure season 2 first 2 episodes? I was so excited. I watched the entirety of the first episode and the beginning of the second one. There's just so much stuff that I couldn't finish it, but I will definitely finish it today. The first episode was very funny, very fun. They basically made them pack. These are not spoilers. We're just talking about it. Production made them pack like these huge suitcases. They packed their things and all of that, and then they took them not to the airport, but to a place close to the airport. And there they told them, actually, this is not going to be your luggage. Your luggage is going to be this small suitcase. And that was part of the challenge, that they had to pack lightly. The theme was minimalism. So they had to pack lightly. And they only had that, like a small suitcase and a backpack, basically. And that was the challenge. And then they, of course, flew to the destination. Made them play different games to guess the place and all of that. Or as Jimin said, many minimalism. Like not minimalism, but minimalism, as in many. Anyways, here is a spoiler cut. Such a beautiful song. So cute. That's the picture. And there's also a photo book that is being released. Let's see this. Oops. Are You Sure Season 2 photo book? So you can order it now. Do I have the link? Yes, this is the link for the photo book. You can find it on Weaver Shop. Here is the pre-order sale information if you want to buy it. It looks very cute. Look at this. So it will have like all of these pictures of the behind the scenes of Are You Sure Season 2. Here's more about the photo book. See all of those pictures. Photo cards, of course. So many photo cards and postcards and tickets. Cute. So many stuff. On the mountains. That's cute. Switzerland to Vietnam. So in the first 2 episodes, they were just on Switzerland. Oh. The thing I love about Are You Sure is that they either look like mature adults or literal babies, nothing in between. You know what? While I was watching the show, I kept thinking they just were discharged from the military and their faces, you could see like their faces were glowing. It's crazy. It's like they are promoting their music or something. That's how good they look, even though they were literally just days after. They were discharged not long ago, before when they recorded those episodes. ¿Se te ofrece algo? ¿Qué tienes? I don't know what is happening to Bored Dog. Wants affection. Here's a part of the episode.
Yeah, I want it. Yeah, really.
Speaking English.
Yeah, I want it. Yeah, really. Seriously.
Oh, that's so cute. Seriously.
맛있는데? Amazing. Please, more.
More.
Give me. Oh, thank you.
So I did see this part. Jungkook and Jimin, like they were walking and they saw the wines, the wine options, and they chose one, and then they said we chose the right one because they chose one that they really enjoyed.
Thank you so much.
너 이렇게 또 한 분을 너한테 빠지게 하는
Jungkook English is so cute. Yes, like Namjoon would say. Now we have the trailer for episode 3. Oh my goodness, I'm not ready for all of this. This looks so scary, but I want to try at least once in my life.
너무 재밌다. 너무 재밌겠다. Ready to fly? Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh my goodness. Not fly. See, this is what I'm talking about. He looks like a little baby. He looks so young there. Jimin as well. And then
싶었던 거야. 형은 솔직히 말하면 방탄 공연하면서 제일
they know how to make a trailer because what was he going to say during BTS concerts? We what were you going to say there?
그리고 힘들잖아. 그래서 기대했어.
전하지
Oh,
못한 진심이네.
그렇지 전무찐이지 전무찐.
of course they just cut the sections when they said this is something I've never said before. We just have to wait for the day. It's going to be very soon though, for the third episode. Very, very exciting. And yes, with the song playing and everything. Okay. Next we have Taeyeon's pictures on Instagram. So we will get a new vlog soon because remember his last vlog it said coming soon episode 2, so we just need to wait for that. Um okay, with his friends. A selfie. Oh, that's a cute picture. Oh my goodness. Look what the dog has from the Christmas tree. This is an ornament. Okay? This you cannot eat this Christmas ornament, okay? He was literally eating this. Anyways. Look at Tame with his goggles. That's a cute picture. Food. More pictures. It's a boomerang. In the car. Okay. I'm very excited for the new vlog, like the next Taeyeon vlog. I really enjoyed the first one. Oh. So yeah, those were all the pictures and videos from Taeyeon's Instagram. And he posted this on his stories. More snowing, just like Namjoon. And Bill Evans, like I showed before, is top artist. And a song. He also reposted this picture in this video with his friends. And this one. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for that vlog. Taeyeon went live on Weavers and he sang Christmas song, It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Absolutely beautiful. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas cover is one of my favorites ever. I watch it every single Christmas season.
Everywhere you go, take a look at the 5 and 10.
It's just such a perfect sound for his voice. You know? That's why Winter Ahead works so well. And Snowflower.
It's glistening once again with candy canes and celestial glow.
Oh,
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
absolutely beautiful. So he sung It's Beginning to Look like Christmas. And here he is. Jin at some point comments something, and this is how Taeyeon reacts. Oh, he smiles after seeing Jin's comment. Jin in the comment section. Here's what Jin said. Yo. He said yo. My fingers hurt because I've been editing a lot recently. So I don't know how to explain it. My hand, the table goes over here. So this section hurts. My hand hurts. Whoa, so deep. I know. I know. Okay. We have more videos and pictures from Youth. Okay, okay. Wait, what did he say there?
Yuns.
Oh, Youth. I barely saw the product. It's basically just Taeyeon. And here we have pictures. I like this background. Beautiful, beautiful pictures. Now, this one got my attention because this is Youth, and this advertisement has appeared in New Shin Okubo. When you're heading to New Shin Okubo looking forward to enjoying Korean cuisine, please make sure to spot Youth. Look at this. This is how the advertisements look. So many of them. And this is for Tier. Oh yeah, so this is basically a compilation, like a little edit that Tier posted about Taeyeon's advertisement on the, what's it called? The Dubai. Oops, sorry. The Dubai thingy, the Dubai Tower. I don't remember the name, but it's in Dubai. So last time I shared like fan cams. Burj Khalifa, exactly. but now they are sharing their own. And as you can see, there was a lot of there were a lot of pictures. There were a lot of people there, and we heard the screams and everything on the videos that I showed last time. Koi, see, that's not helping me, Denise. Cuisine. In Spanish, I would say that like cuisine, but that's not cuisine. Cuisine, cuisine, cuisine. I cannot do it. Cuisine,
Cuisine.
cuisine,
Cuisine.
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 Got it. Cuisine. Cuisine. It's kind of like in Spanish. Okay, so cuisine. Cuisine. Okay, and then we have Jungkook's live stream. It seems like Jungkook has a friend as a guest in his house. Oops. Ah. So we can hear there like a voice, and Jungkook says, "When did you go to sleep?" The person says, "Yesterday around 1 or 2 a.m. That's my day off." Jungkook says, "The friend I live with is from Busan. We've known each other since kindergarten. We're close enough to tell each other to shut up all the time." And the friend says, "When did I ever?" And Jungkook says, "Shut up a bit."
맨날 닥치라고 하는 사이. 좀
There he said, "Shut up." That's cute. So he was cooking during that live stream. Here, Jungkook says, no, the friend.
우동면이었으면 훨씬 잘 묻었을 것 같은데 그 생각을 했거든. 파스타랑
The friend says, "How is it?" Jungkook says, "If the noodles were you done? Is that a word? You done? I never heard it. Pasta and curry flavor don't really go well together." And the friend says, "Isn't this your own recipe?" Jungkook says, "But it's good." No, if it were udon noodles, I'm going to make it with udon noodles. Oh yeah, the type of noodles. Then the friend says, "I don't know how many times you said udon noodles." Udon noodles. Okay, it's not udon. If the noodles were udon, pasta and curry flavor don't really go well together. But it's good. No, if it were udon noodles, I'm going to make it with udon noodles. I don't know how many times you said udon noodles now. Udon is like thick noodle.
아니 파스타면 잘안 어울리는. 양념은 맛, 소스는 맛있잖아.
우동면 소리 몇 번 하는지 몰라.
Oh yes, we heard him talk in Satori, and you can even hear a little bit here.
아니 파스타면 잘안 어울리는.
You hear that's a little bit of the Satori accent.
양념은 맛, 소스는 맛있잖아.
우동면 소리 몇 번 하는지 몰라.
So yeah, and by the way, this is BTS Army Kitchen. BTS Army Kitchen. I recommend you guys following this account. They post about like recipes and anything food related that BTS cooks, eats, whatever it is. And they said, you heard him. Let's use udon noodles if you don't have it. If you don't have a thick spaghetti Papardelle or Bucatini works well. They are recommending other options. And by the way, people were already asking, like, where is the where like BTS Army Kitchen and Bar? Where is the recipe for Jungkook's noodles? Like, are you going to give it to us or not? And they posted, we're trying to catch up. And that is because they're always sharing, especially with Jungkook, with his recipes and all of that. There are so many that they need to catch up and share those. So okay. Um so this is another update from Jungkook. The first recipient of the Hope Bridge Honors Legacy, a symbol of sharing and solidarity, is Jungkook of BTS. It says Jungkook, who has consistently donated, has taken the first step toward a new era of solidarity as the first member of Hope Bridge Honors Legacy. Beautiful. Another donation recognition. Notably, during his military service, he donated 1 billion won to Hope Bridge in March when large-scale wildfires broke out in Ulsan, Gyeongbuk, and Gyeongnam. This is the largest donation ever made by a Korean celebrity during a disaster. So, amazing recognition. And finally, we have Rolling Stone UK. Let's look at these pictures and quotes. This one says, I want to be an artist who doesn't get dragged by the flow, but creates the flow. I don't want to be confined. I want to be an artist without limits. Pre order your copy of the exclusive UK cover with Jungkook now. So here's one picture. When I watched this, when I saw this, I was like, okay, this is a very beautiful cover. But I was not prepared for the other covers at all. An artist without limits, that's the image I'm aiming for. The visual for the double cover of Rolling Stone Japan featuring BTS's Jungkook on the cover and going on sale December 25th has been unveiled. These are the Japanese edition. The Japanese edition features numerous exclusive cuts and is presented as a photo story. These are the other two magazine covers. And then the craziest one. The artist gracing the cover of Rolling Stone Korea issue 16 is BTS's Jungkook. Let's scroll down. Goodbye, everyone. I can't with the tiniest the Rolling Stone interview. Nobody cares about the interview. Well, of course we care about the interview. I'm just joking. But it's crazy. This cover is crazy. And I like that the theme is no limits. But right now I can't talk looking at the camera because the apps are looking at me right now, like directly. So I literally need to talk like this because it's too much. Like I cannot concentrate. So yeah, very interesting the interview. Very, very interesting. So yeah, this is the quote that I shared before. So this is a link that they shared. Check out Jungkook's Rolling Stone UK cover and pre-order yours now, so you can pre-order your own magazine. Jungkook has talked about his own future, new music, and the monumental success of BTS in a new exclusive Rolling Stone cover. Interesting. So we're just going to have to wait to see. Now you can pre-order, but the magazine is not out yet. So just pre-order, and then we will see what the actual interview is about. So that is all, everyone, that I have for today. Um, thank you so much for being here. Once again, I'm so sorry about this mess. Okay, have all of my plushies there. I will fix it for next time. It's going to be so cute, you guys. I'm going to put my BTS albums over there, some BTS posters, and it's going to be also cute. And it's what mess? What do you mean, what mess? Look at this mess. Look at that. Look at that. It's crazy. And Chimuelo over there, like the How to Train Your Dragon. Anyways, I will make it cuter for next live stream. And I'm super tired right now because it's been 4 hours. But I have to edit this for tomorrow because in case anyone cannot watch the long live stream today, they can watch the summary, or you guys can still watch the summary if you missed any sections. Tomorrow, the news video is going to be out. And then I'm working on a new video essay, but I don't know when it's going to come out. And I'd rather not talk about it too much, because when I talk about the topic too much, people are like, when is this video going to be out? When is this video going to be out? So I'd rather this time not say anything about my next video essay, but I am working on it. And I'm very excited for this one as well. So yeah, hopefully this weekend, if not next Thursday, or we'll see when it's going to come out. So thank you, everyone, for being here. And I will see you guys on Friday with my sister. So thank you so much, everyone. Bye.